We see through the disguise. They keep us distracted while the world's on a fire.
Truth over lies.
Global games ain't playing. If we don't stay focused, we'll never get our land.
They talk world peace,
while they loading new weapons. Same script, different villains, same global direction. US pointing fingers that is well on screen, but the real war invisible, messing with minds of the people we seen. They say pick a side, red or blue, while the money keep printing and the truth stay mute. Black folks caught in the middle of a chessboard play. Entertainment distractions keep us arguing all day. They don't want unity, they want noise. They don't want leaders, they want angry boys. Scrolling, debating, beefing online, while reparation get better in the headline.
Truth over lies.
They selling fear on the news. If we don't see the pattern, we'll keep falling for the rules.
Truth over lies.
Same empire, new face, of distracted people. Never win the race. They weaponize conflict. Divide the globe.
Sanction, invasion, money controls. But tell Black America to stay entertained, while generational death never got reclaimed. Reparations ain't charity, it's a debt. Stolen labor, stolen land, don't forget. They want us beefing over nonsense and clout, while the real conversation never comes out. Peace ain't possible without truth involved. You can't heal a wound you refuse to resolve. So we staying locked in, eyes wide open. No distractions, we decoding what's spoken. Focus, they want us blind, unfocused, focus. We too old to be hopeless. No more smoke screens, no more circus shows. Truth over lies. Truth over lies.
They selling fear on the news. If we don't see the pattern, we keep falling for the rules.
Truth over lies.
Same empire, new face, of distracted people. Never win a race.
Truth over lies.
Mr. Walker. Truth over lies. World politics. Black focus. No distractions.
another young life lost to street violence. Yeah, this ain't entertainment, this is intervention. If the truth hurts your feelings, it probably need to be said.
Truth over lies, we don't glorify pain. At the streets tryna break them chains. Quarters in mindset, grown men talk. Lead the YNs before they chalk line walk.
Truth over lies, we don't glorify pain. At the streets tryna break them chains. Quarters in mindset, grown men talk. Lead the YNs before they chalk line walk.
Truth over lies, this real, no cap, no cap, no crash outs, no throwaway stats, waste that. OG's back, put order in place. Say to you, left the streets, left the cave.
Yeah, I seen talent die for an Instagram stare. Wine chasing clout, no plan, no prayer. Street code outdated, nobody wins. Same block, same cycle, same pens. They selling dreams, but it's really a trap. Labels love bodies, they don't love blacks. We need leaders, not shooters with aim. Need fathers and homes, not candles and names. Quarter zip weather, mind on legacy. Talk money, discipline, equity. I ain't judging, I'm correcting course. Truth hit hard, but it save you more.
Truth over lies, we don't glorify pain. If the streets tryna break them chains. Quarters at mindset, grown man talk. Lead the YNs before they chalk line walk.
Yeah, OG talk, pull a chair, sit down. Ain't no honor in a jailhouse gown. They told you drill was the way to shine, but the real killers is time and fines. They cheering when you crash out young, and forget your name when the sentence come. We ain't anti-culture, we anti-death. Anti-mama crying, anti-breath, last left. You wanna be a man? Build something real. Stocks, trade, skill set, something you can feel. If the streets ain't hate, it's love with the spine. We tryna get you old now, viral online.
Truth over lies, say it loud, say it clear. If the streets when you need you here. Quarters of vision, fit your focus, kids. Break generational suffering. Truth over lies, say it loud, say it clear. If the streets, we need you here. Quarter zip vision, future focus kings. Break generational suffering.
We don't profit off death. We don't clap for destruction. We here to build men.
Not Berry Boys.
Not Berry Boys.
Truth over lies.
Yeah. Cart before the horse productions. Gavin X Mr. Walker. Truth over lies. SBC Nation. We in here. We ain't like them, we stay on cold. Truth over lies, yeah, we exposed. From the hood, but we chose that growth. Build our people, yeah, that's the goal. Hit like, subscribe, don't scroll past. Cash app love, super chat fast. Real talk only, no podcast. Yeah. Truth over lies, yeah, we stand on that. Yeah. Came from the mud, now we cleaning it up. Same block raised us, but we changing it up. No more crashing out, we elevating the mind. Trying to break them cycles, leave that struggle behind. They promote chaos, we promoting the code. Family first, yeah, that's how it go. Merry men speaking, yeah, we leading the way. Not perfect, but we building each day. Single mom stresses and playing both sides. Child support courts got a whole lot of pride. But where the structure? Where the fathers at? We ask real questions, they don't know that.
We ain't like them, we stay on course. Truth over lies, yeah, we exposed. Yeah. From the hood, but we chose that growth. Build our people, yeah, that's the goal. Hit like, subscribe, don't scroll past. Cash app love, super chat fast. Real talk only, no podcast cap. Truth over lies, yeah, we stand on that. Reparations talk, yeah, we bring it to light. But unity first, gotta get it right. Can't build wealth if the home's not strong. Too many kids growing up all wrong. Doug, wildin', bomb, Keisha fed up. Toxic love stories, yeah, we seen enough. We break it down so the truth hit clear. No sugarcoat talk when we speak in here. Stay woke, not sleep, gotta move with sense. Not every trend worth the consequence. They push distractions, we push it fast. Trying to get the culture back on track. Ooh, we just want better days. Real love, real homes, better ways. Ooh, I just speak that truth for the ones coming up after you. Truth over lies, yeah, we locked in. Single by choice, yeah, we tapped in. Couple for the horse, yeah, we building brands. SBC Nation, yeah, we taking stands. Like, comment, subscribe, don't wait. Support the show, yeah, we appreciate. Cash app, super chat, show love, truth over lies. Yeah, we rise above.
Welcome. Live Tuesday, Truth Over Lies, brought to you by
Caught before the horse production.
We live. Welcome to
Caught before the horse production.
It's Tuesday night. How you feeling, Mr. Walker?
Yes, sir. I am feeling fan freaking tastic per usual. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, El Nug Nugs and Le Bonquishas. Welcome to Cart Before the Horse, Truth Over Lies. In affiliation with the Bougie Negro Podcast, and also, as all you Negroes know, in association with Ain't No Fun Once the Rabbits Got the Gun Entertainment. What's going on with you this fine Truth Over Lies Tuesday?
In the big name of Jesus, you hear me?
Welcome in. Truth Over Lies family. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Also, for the people watching over at the Cart Before the Horse channel, hit the like button and also come over to the Truth Over Lies channel and subscribe over here as well.
That part. After we are done, this is where this replay shall live. Whether or not you can follow those simple instructions, come all this fine April 14th, 2026. Gavin X and I are very much still in the mix, reporting live to you jive chickers with Truth Over Lies. Oh, what a day, what a time to be alive. So many lies to sift through, so little truth, so much lies.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Hell!
So we're going to talk about it tonight. I mean, we're going down rabbit holes. We're going to be going through a lot of information, touching on a lot of stories. As you see in the title, it says, we are too divided. We're too divided, and unity might not be enough.
Unity. Unity, not being divided, community. These things may be relics of the past. Just thoughts, old theories long gone, since corrupted by modern day expectations and all that jazz. We here now, baby. Ain't no going back. We going along for the ride. Mr. X said it best a while back. He made sense. Maybe it should go without saying, but he said that this is the first time in history that this caliber of human has roamed the earth. I don't think people realize that. Am I frozen? Uh-oh. What happened?
Okay, I got froze up there.
Okay.
At least the mic was. I'm trying to unmute. Nonetheless, here we are. Like Mr. Walker said, we talking division. Hopefully by the end of tonight's show, we gonna figure out, are we too divided? And, can we ever unite? We're gonna touch on some of this stuff and see where we at as a culture.
I'm gonna go ahead and just throw my pessimistic prediction out there. I don't think we can. Our message really ain't changed. We on a roller coaster, ups and downs, but I don't think it's going to get any better. I think it's going to get worse. Sorry, not sorry.
So here we are. Like you said, we at a crossroads right now. I mean, what side you going to be on? Cleaning up the act, maybe getting back to family. That's always our message, but we're going to see.
That image on the left, that right there, which warms my heart and my soul, a lot of modern men and women may see that as a prison sentence. They have literally said it, mostly the modern women saying that. And on the right, which looks like headache, STDs, and domestic situations, that looked like a rootin' to a good time to Bonquisha. So again, I don't know where we headed.
So here we are. Stay tuned tonight. Also, if you missed yesterday's show in the Patreon, you missed out on a treat.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Oh, man, we talked about so much. You really got to go check it out. All right. I mean, some madness with horses and people getting deleted, lots of stuff. And the fat bees, all that.
They want to hang with the fat bee. Hey, it's catchy. Huh? You want to hang with a fat B? If you want to find out all the perks, all of the goodies that come with hanging with a obese modern hyena, go check out last night's show on the Patreon. You sure to get your answers there.
Man.
Straight like that, straight like that, straight like that, straight.
But we're going to start here tonight. If you're in the house, you see a lot of characters on the thumbnail. A lot of the people are featured in the show tonight. Some may not be, but we talking, are we too divided? It's a lot of division just on this screen.
Man, Mr. X, talk that talk. My goodness. That's that right there. They need to bring back Celebrity Deletion Match, the Claymation MTV, because this cast here on that thumbnail, that's a look. Oh, they'd be fighting. That'd be a heck of a battle. Shout out to
I was going to say, including me and Mr. Walker, and our thoughts ain't they thoughts. So it's a lot going on the thumbnail. I'll tell you that.
I could not be in the same room with a Charlemagne. I could not.
That part.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
But nonetheless, we're going to start here tonight. All right, there's a story that's been floating around. We never really touched on it. It caused a lot of division with the sister Chilli from TLC. All right, and T-Boss claims she voted for T-Money in 2026. Resurfaced audio. So Chilli been going through it lately with her MAGA movement stuff.
I ain't surprised. Chilli always been wild. Last time I seen Chilli or gave a dang to lay eyes on that individual, didn't she have a dating show? And she said her man had to have a six-pack. That's like, so she always been wild and wonky and single as French toast.
There we go. And like they were saying, it says FEC Records just revealed that TLC Chilli donated over $1,000 to T-Money in 2024. And the internet is having a full meltdown about it. It is giving us major flashbacks to when she said all lives matter back in 2017 and had folks ready to cancel her then too. The streets are definitely talking about this one.
I'm not, how are you guys surprised? Freaking Chilli is so waspy and self-centered, and that's politics. You got to be selfish in politics. This does not surprise me at all. Chilli never seemed like she was wanted to even be invited to the cookout, and I'm the one that got those vibes.
Yes. So here we are now. The thing is, she want to walk a lot of it back. Kind of like, I guess Nicki Minaj, once they jump out that window, most of y'all fans are black. I mean, not really though, because they got a lot of white fans. But as far as the black community goes, they got a stronghold with, black women, feminists, Democratic voters and stuff. And they like, no. So that branch of their audience is upset with them.
And I get it. There you go. See, that's why, maybe that's why black folks don't talk too much about politics. Y'all love y'all, so y'all love Chilli down. But as soon as y'all find out she wearing that MAGA hat, now you hate her? Huh? You can't love her for her art, for her music, and not agree with her political views, or no?
So here we are. The question is, are we too divided? Also, shout out to the brother Major Drama. Come through rocking his Truth Over Lies hoodie, gifting 5 memberships.
Shout out to the brother Major Drama. We appreciate you, brother.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Make sure y'all thank that brother. So we're going to start here with the brother Godfrey. Okay, y'all know he got something to say.
Get him, Godfrey.
Previously on Defective Negroes. Chilli. Come on, man. Chilli from TLC. Come on, that's the 90s. The R&B, T-Boz, Lisa Lopez, rest in peace, Left Eye, and Chilli. What has gotten into you? All these articles have been popping up about Chilli being MAGA. And I was like, what? Let me sit back and let me wait. Then she made a video saying, hey, I want to let you know I am not disrespectful to the Obamas.
I have the utmost respect and admiration for Michelle Obama, and I would never say or do anything that is disrespectful to her.
I did something by accident. I did not. I am not MAGA. All of this. But then, come to find out, she's donated to Trump. She's donated. They have receipts on it. Receipts. You did that whole speech. Come to find out, yo, was lying. I'm so disappointed. I was like, yo, man, and when I make these kind of videos, you go, we were You were our girl, man. I don't know if it's maybe when you got married to the other side, maybe they're MAGA. I don't know.
So yeah, she been known to roll around with Brad, and we're gonna talk about some of that tonight with the sister Ashley Janae. You know, we got Chilli here. I believe this dude was an actor or whatever, maybe a musician, whatever he was. But she go from Usher, let it burn. Usher might have let it burn too much, and she got up out of there.
There you go. Can y'all want to have that conversation? No shade. Go to wherever your heart draws you to, what the heck ever. But a lot of these sisters, like a Chilli or whoever, they go over to the white side because they have had undesirable experiences with their select man, Mr. Usher, Mr. Who else was she trying to date? The running back from the Saints, like pro athletes and black rock stars. And guess what? Monogamy was not on the table. But Brad'll he'll be more monogamous.
Did marry into white, so I don't know if they're white MAGA or they're white. I don't know. I know I think it's Joey from Blossom, his brother or something. Are they MAGA? I don't know, but that does play a part. I don't give a it plays a part. And you advocated in another article that, you know, black women should date outside their race. Like, first of all, I'm so sick of that shit. You should date people who are going to treat you right no matter what race they are. Date people who are going to treat you right, because there are millions and millions of black people on the planet. And when you say date outside your race, you're saying that there's just no good black people. I don't like when black men say that. I don't like when black women say that. It's like, date better people. Find better people, and they can be within your race. And if you find something outside your race, fine, but don't do it as some rebellious, it's better on the other side, because when they fuck up, then what are you going to do? So Chilli, you've been on kind of, I don't want to say this, but kind of on the sellout side. You're kind of a sellout. And then now I think you're performing. I mean, I know Salt from Salt and Pepper got your back and everything, but you're performing and you expect people to come see you? That's another thing. You spend your whole career in the black community and they put money in your pocket, right? And then you do this kind of shit, which is causing a lot of people pain. People are dying left and right. People are broke. The world is in shambles. Our country is f***ed up. Even people who voted this way, and you contributed to that. I think that's pretty f***ed up. I think it's, you know, and if people don't agree with my video, oh well, you know, go blame her, you know, and I think it's pretty that you actually want to perform in front of people. People got to pay money to see you. I don't think we should. It's all about economics, folks. Black folks, keep your money in your pocket for people who do this kind of to us. Don't let her sell out. How about that? Since she sold out. How about that? TLC. I think it stands for Too Late, Chilli.
Shout out to Godfrey. And that's the thing. So a lot of their money is tied to the black community. All right. Back in the day, I'm sure, you know, the younger college white folks was going to the TLC concerts. But nowadays, you ain't going to see no 50, 60-year-old white folks at a TLC concert. Going to be mostly black folks and maybe, you know, Hispanic or something. But their audience today is us as they get older. Like you said, when you was young, when you had the spring breaks for MTV, yeah, the white folks, they listen to you. But now they stop following y'all. Now y'all depend on your own people, and they don't want y'all to know their true colors.
There you go. Don't hide your true colors. Don't hide them. Let them shine right on through. But she is up under some instruction. This is what it looks like. You know, it's 100% chance that her husband, her man, whoever he is, wasn't voting for Kalama. For a shit show, wasn't voting for Kalama, not no bathtub greens. So he most likely is super MAGA. Yeah, super MAGA. T-Money can't do no wrong type ish. And like a good woman to her man, she following his lead. Beautiful. I ain't mad at it. But take what comes along with it. You have lost probably the majority of your fan base. Enjoy.
There we go. So, man.
Money, 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 money.
Shout out to brother Deep Thoughts on Life with the 10 ball. There's reparations sound great, but we are so far off code and hating on each other. Other races are organized and their approach to reparations. He says they got theirs as a unified front.
That's true. OG Deep Thoughts. At the very same time, we keep putting on display they're just obstacle after obstacle after obstacle they put in front of us. Like, yeah, we need to unify. Good luck with that. But even if we were, they still saying it wasn't illegal. Like, they got a book full of excuses and obstacles. It's unfortunate, OG.
That part. And shout out to Classy. Says our ancestors fought and got deleted to give us the freedom to do whatever we want and vote however we want. The deal was never to vote one way.
There you go. Shout out to Classy. You know, my thoughts on it is vote for whoever is going to benefit your family. But as a melanated person, you shouldn't be too loud and proud to say which side you voted for, because it always seems like we in particular are voting for the lesser of two evils. So it's just, you know what I mean? It's embarrassing if you ask me.
And shout out to B. Wyatt. Says, are y'all aware of the black community canceling Tamara Mowry? He says, just because her husband is Republican. She popped up on Thread and got stumped out.
No, I'm not. It's over, man. You can't do right for doing wrong. I'm not surprised at any of this. It's over. No unity. We divided to the T.
Man. And Deep Thoughts, there's one so-called influential black person will say we need them. Another person will say no to this subject.
True. Divided.
So here we are. We ain't done. If you're just coming in, hit the like button.
Black Hollywood's been embarrassing us this weekend. I had to come in my bonnet because y'all don't deserve me done up, because this is some trash ass mess. Let's start with Chilli. So she got exposed for being longtime Trump and MAGA supporter. It first started when someone saw that she had reposted a conspiracy video claiming that Michelle Obama was a man that voted in 1994. You know, the repost feature on Instagram. It's since been like unreposted, but it's still on the conspiracy page. People also noticed that she was following MAGA influencers. Y'all can pause to see the name, as well as following multiple Republican-leaning accounts and Republicans like Tommy Loren, Donald Trump Jr., Terrence K. Williams, and Newsmax. But what really did her in was people was able to find public record of her donating to the Trump campaign in 2024. Now, I'm covering the address for privacy purposes, but you can clearly see that she made a $100 donation in October 2024 to the Trump National Committee, JFC Inc. Now, of course, this is fresh off the announcement that TLC, Salt and Pepper, and Vogue are going on tour this fall. And people are like, yeah, no, we ain't buying these tickets. I don't even know if the pre-sales already happened at this point. But the backlash was bad enough that she had to come on Instagram to say that she accidentally shared that post about Michelle Obama, and that any donation she's made, it was meant to help veterans. And
You a lie, and the truth ain't
So
in
that's
you.
what she said. She said, oh, I didn't know what I was clicking on. I thought I was donating towards this foundation, and it ended up being something that I was unaware of. But I thought I was giving to veterans and this and that, and it's all a misunderstanding. All right, now, and folks feel like if I'm going to watch you perform on tour, I'm putting money in your pocket for you to take my money and give it to MAGA. I mean, that's how people's minds is, and it is true. And if you break it all the way down, so it is what it is.
That's that deep MAGA. Yeah, look, I done seen them wicked jokes. Salute to the sister Michelle Obama. You know, but here we go, sisters. We be doing things to ourselves. We done put on a couple shows talking about feeding and fitting stereotypes. Like the super MAGA unhinged folks, they like making jokes saying that Michelle got man parts and stuff like that. And what did she do to bring about such wicked criticism and words? She up there doing push-ups on the stage, like a dude, most respectfully. That masculine, modern hyena energy came to the forefront, and folks don't like you now. That you an easy target. Oh, and they won't let up. They keep talking bad about that woman. It's bad. Po Michelle.
Everyone's calling bullshit on the statement, as am I. We all know good and well Trump don't give a damn about the veterans. Now, I know many folks are wondering, what about T-Boss? Was she aligned? She stated publicly that she is anti-MAGA and she does not approve of Chilli's political views. She's a heavy advocate for protecting the Affordable Care Act because she is someone that lives with sickle cell, and the big beautiful bill would have affected many of people who have chronic illnesses. She also clarified in an interview when she said, God is my president, and she said, just because you're in a group with somebody does not mean you think the same. Is this going to affect the tour? I honestly don't know. The other women that care about making their money, the family fans of nostalgia, but I will say black people have gotten very strict when it comes to this second Trump era. All I know is that if Left Eye were alive, there would not be no TLC revival. She would have sued the both of them, or at least Chilli, when it comes to the copyright of their name.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here to address a few things that's circulating on the internet that's very concerning to me. Let me say this first. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Michelle Obama, and I would never say or do anything that is disrespectful to her or to any woman. I would never do that. And I had no clue that this repost had happened until I started getting phone calls and text messages from everybody, and I immediately went to my page to see what was going on. Now, mind you, I'm not very computer savvy, so I'm looking for this repost button, and I see that all of these buttons are very, very close to each other. And clearly I was scrolling and my thumb hit the repost button.
Oh my God.
You're a liar.
That's a lie.
The woman you feel in you is the devil. Why? The devil is the spirit of a lie.
Yes.
Huh? You're a liar.
Listen, it's 2026. Y'all got to stand on it. Stand on business. All right, whatever square that is, it don't matter if it's standing on quicksand. But she just like T-Money when they posted them videos with the Obamas like monkeys. Oh no, somebody else did it and we didn't know it was this and that. All right, and it should just go away. It never happened.
Weak sauce. Weak sauce. I didn't know. You can't do that today. That's childish. Oh, I didn't know. I ain't computer savvy. The button's too close together. Girl, if you don't stop, here you go. Again, shout out to the Godfather. He gave us so many lessons you could apply to so many sides of life. You made the offense. You posted something calling Michelle Big Mike or something. Since you didn't mean it, why didn't you then say, oh, I would never post that. I would post stuff more like this. And then start to post flattering pictures of her and her family. You see what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you do that? Kev said, make the apology just as loud as the offense. So you just took it down? No, post nice things. Show us you sorry, you liar.
Again, I had no clue that something like this happened until I got all the calls. But of course, I took that down. And, you know, I would never post anything like that. I would never do something like that. That is not my character. I have supported the Obamas. I gave to the campaign, both runs, voted twice for him, and supported the organization that Michelle had in the schools for exercise for the kids. I would never do anything that's harmful or hateful to anybody. You know, I'm just not wired like that. That's just not who I am. And when it comes to organizations that I have donated to, these are the things that support the veterans. You know, I have always supported them, not just now, but for years. This is not something new. So I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, this from me, you know, that I would never do anything so disrespectful, and I would just never. I'm just not about hate or anything like that. You know, if you look on my page and see my posts, it's all about love, faith, and connection. That's what I'm all about, you know, and I've always been that way, and I will continue to be just that way. So I just want to thank you guys for, you know, your love and your support and just taking the time to listen to me right now. I really, really appreciate that. And I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Man, so like y'all say, she come up here explaining, but at the end of the day, Chilli,
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts.
You backpedaling like most people do. Like they said, you about to go on tour. They like, look, ticket sales are down. Chilli, you need to go apologize. People, you know what I mean? We trying to sell out concerts, and here we are.
There you go. That's all I'm getting. Very just cold, waspy sister. Yeah, I cannot be surprised. I've been seeing the spirit of Chilli. I ain't no hate, no malice. Very superficial, I'm gonna get mine. I don't know anything about I don't know too much anything about her love life. I would imagine she ain't got not one kid. You see, she don't come across like a very nurturing spirit at all, man. But it is what it is. Stand on that square. All that explaining ain't gonna do nothing. All this talking, you got to do something. You got to take proper action. Like I said, make the apology as loud as the offense. This is quiet. You whispering and lying.
At best. And Uncle Derek come through, says, but she didn't say I would never vote for T-Money or what T-Money posted about the Obamas is wrong.
Nope, she ain't going that deep. Her man is listening.
And shout out to Stephen James. Says, why Mr. Walker wearing my granny's gardening?
Ask her.
He's a hater.
You a liar.
That's a lie.
So here we go. We've been talking about, are we divided? The first part is Chilli. Now I think they're going to bring Nick Cannon out.
What Nick do, man? I see Nick on the way he done did. Nick, what you out here doing, brother? You don't know how to just be quiet. You did something cringe again?
So as y'all see, Nick Cannon on the cover. Here we go.
Now on to Nick Cannon's ass. Him being the hotep that he is, said the Democratic Party was the Triple K. When she said that the Democrats don't care about people of color and the Republicans do, Cannon replied saying, I agree with you 100%. People don't know that Democrats are the party of the Triple K. People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves. Both of you and I have some conservative views. You're just a little bit more outspoken than I am. And I don't subscribe to either party. I walk with W.B. Du Bois when he said there's no such thing as two parties. It's just one evil party with two different names. Now, it's very clear that Nick Cannon did not pay attention in history. And I say this as someone that took AP US history. Did this happen back in the day? Yes. But after the damn Civil War, the parties basically flipped. Also, I wonder if Trump will really F with him with all these damn kids. But that's besides the point. A lot of the Jana X black celebrities have.
So there you go.
Hell!
All right. Nick Cannon has come out and denounced the Democrats. So like you said, if you go back farther enough in history, we're going to dive into it here actually a little bit. And we're going to learn some things that there has been some flip-flopping amongst sides, people switching sides and whatnot. And like I said, none of it has ever been for us. I know people say America is on the 250-year celebration and all this stuff. What was we doing 250 years ago? I'll wait.
Talk about it, Mr. X. Come on. They ain't trying to have all these conversations. And I had come across this information a couple years ago that the Triple K organization, the terroristic organization that it is, was primarily Southern Democrats. And there you go, like just such tainted. When the Democrats was first a thing, they were singing and having celebrations to strange fruit. Like that's why my daggone soul can't make me vote for none of that. I shall not. I dare to continue on what I identify as our ancestors' fight, and that's getting our own land, living on our daggone own terms, being more self-sufficient and not dependent. That's always been the goal, has it not?
Have been showing their behinds this past week and especially this weekend. And it really just shows how much people are evolving away from these old rhetorics. Y'all thought Gen Z wasn't here for this? Baby, the millennials said not today. And like I said, people have gotten strict in this second era of Trump. So I don't know how they're going to keep going. I'm guessing they're going to transition into the grift. That's only going to last them like 2 more years. But it was just my files. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
I want to talk about what Nick Cannon said about the KKK and the Democratic Party.
All right, so this guy here, he gonna break down some stuff. So I know y'all in the chat, we got some historians in the chat, and all right, some history teachers and whatnot. So we'll see. Let's see if he got some facts.
Talk to us, brother.
Because I'm not here to bash Nick Cannon, but I'm here to correct Nick Cannon. And Nick, I hope you received this very, very well. In the late 1800s, Southern Democrats were absolutely the party of the KKK. 100%. They believed in slavery. They wanted black people to remain slaves and have no rights. In the North, the Republicans, the party of Lincoln, had abolitionists and people that wanted to have see black people have rights. That is the truth. But here's the part that everybody leaves out. In the 1960s, Lyndon Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Those 2 pieces of legislation drove the majority of the racists out of the Democratic Party to the Republican Party. And that's the shift in the part that everybody leaves out, because that was a huge political shift in this country. And what that's called is party realignment, right? Where the ideas of a political party switch. Political parties are not static. They can change over time and the ideas can shift. And so that was a huge shift in the Republican and Democratic Party. After that, the racists tend to lean more conservative and be part of the Republican Party. And the Democrats now in the South.
So, like you say, it was a part. So I wonder if we are witnessing this right now. I mean, are folks switching back to being Republican? Don't know. At least they were. I don't know about anymore. All right, 2026 has been a down year, you know, for MAGA and whatnot, but don't know. Are people switching back? I don't know what y'all doing.
And, you know, I'm just trying to look things up because I know that's a no-no in the urban community amongst us melanated folks, switching sides, realigning, vote blue no matter who. That's how we grew up. No matter what, no matter who. Yeah, I remember whenever Mr. Gavin X, his family, his aunts and them would try to get us to vote, and they would say, they'd be like, you vote all Democrat. Here's all the people. I remember those talks, and that's why I freaking ignored them. Like, you know, I'm just like, that don't sound right. It's an ignorant kid. Nonetheless, I'm just like, no, what you mean just vote this no matter what? Nobody ever told us to do research. Yeah, the elders, y'all did this. Y'all never say, hey, look, laid out information in front of us. No, y'all was like, vote blue no matter who. Yeah, jumping sides. You see, now you're invited to the cookout. Why you vote Republican? You must be MAGA.
Well, here's the deal. That's the psyop that they play on black folks. Neither one of these sides they've never been for us. So I don't care if they've been Republican or Democrat. All of these people own slaves all the way up until the point where they couldn't legally do it no more. Didn't matter who the hell they voted for. Y'all must understand. All right. We was never in their best interest, still ain't. So don't get too caught up in it.
The only reason we wound up free, my understanding today, is because of the Industrial Revolution. It had nothing. It's my understanding today, for those of you that don't know, that we were not free because the North was like, oh, this is wrong. These are humans. They said, absolutely not. They said, we can't compete with the South. They got free labor. We need these strong back ninjas to come up north and work in these steel mills and stuff and refine these raw materials. So let's free them. That's all it was. It was a business move. Had nothing to do with caring about us.
And there you go. Because like you said, the people up north that was wanting us free didn't have our best interest. When they initially brought us up here and people was working in them plants for $2 a day. All right. Quit thinking about like the 70s and 80s when our grandfathers and them was working and they was able to have a quality of life. Initially, we talk about the early 1900s, but for decades, it was still free labor in them steel mill plants.
Come on, man. That part just off of the plantation, off the farmland. The allure was the big city life, and we fell for a hook, line, and sinker. I don't have too much harsh criticism for our ancestors back then because we ain't deal with those hardships, but we calling it out. That is all.
When segregation was gone, still contained a large number of black people that voted Democrat. So, Nick, what you said is partly correct, but it's not all the truth. And when celebrities and public figures get online and say these types of things, you think that you're just saying, you know, information that you're dropping, but you're also a megaphone yourself. You are, in a sense, a media platform. And a lot of people hear that and they see that and run with it. And so, yes, the Ku Klux Klan was strongly Democratic and conservative. It shifted when Lyndon Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act of 1964 and 5. The majority of the racists left the party and went to the Republicans, and here we are now. So please, guys, just continue to read everything, all the information. Don't take sound bites and just believe things for yourself. But yeah, we got to do better.
And there you go. I see a lot of people being
when Lyndon Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act
and saying that what he is saying is not entirely true. You know, he just, it just ain't. So like I said, historically, none of these people have been for us, but y'all can believe what y'all want if y'all think folks want to see y'all free.
And that's me and Miss X. We share the same sentiment on that. Just when mother suckers show they hand, don't act like you did not see it. Ain't nothing you can really do outside of seriously. Outside, that's why shout out to Stephanie Dean. That's why I rock with the idea of reparations. Because outside of that, outside of y'all, America, the witch that is America, outside of her making the sacrifice and paying her debt to us, I don't want to hear jack-ish at all. Because it's all just talk.
That part. And here's the thing. They say we can get to a point where some folks may start forgetting that they are black. Y'all remember the whole Dave Chappelle show? Well, look, this brother, he say, still a brother inside the black middle class. This was back in 1968. All right. And some of these folks still live today.
I don't think of myself as being a Negro. Never, until recently, have I really been concerned that I am a Negro. I thought all the while that I was an American. I have empathy for my people, but yet, in my middle class value, I still kind of think of them as those people. And I'm aware of it, and I think a lot of people in my particular class, if you will, is aware of it, but we're reluctant.
So tonight's show, we're too divided, and unity might not be enough because it's been going on too long. I mean, it's documented. 1968, this dude sitting here like, I ain't a ninja. He like, Anton, I ain't black. All right, I'm a Christian. Or he said, I'm American, whatever the case. All right, you must be B1. You got to start somewhere.
Oh, man, this ninja here. My word. Ninjas like this, don't fret. Don't please. No, don't be triggered, Miss Loxa Smile, please. Let it ride. Ninjas like this can't even look themselves in the mirror for more than 10 seconds at a time. They can't. They can't even recognize themselves. They are a shell of who they're supposed to be. Just blasphemous. Ain't no way. I don't know what caused this much hurt. But for you to stop identifying with your struggle, you're a coward. If you ask me, there you go. Cowardice. It ain't easy. It ain't easy being black. It ain't easy being cheesy. It ain't. I get it. He like, if I can be in my middle class neighborhood, with Billy Bob and them and keeping up with the Joneses, and I don't have to worry about being bit by canines and having water hoses turned on me. Well, I'm just a good old apple pie eating American.
Wicked work. And shout out to Internet Passport, been a member a month, says she just has to go full heel. Embrace the hate.
Embrace it. Let the hate flow through you.
Talking about Sister Chilli. And I seen you ask earlier if we were doing a panel tonight. We may take some calls later tonight. All right, because we got a lot to get through. But I think if we have time later on, we definitely want to take some calls on these later subjects.
There we go. Appreciate your Internet Passport.
And shout out to Honeybee. Says she has one son by Dallas Austin. He's grown.
Okay. Appreciate your sister Honeybee. Okay.
And Evie says, ain't no glaze in this right here. Call.
This right here.
And Frederick Howard come through gifting a membership.
Appreciate your brother Frederick. Always coming through.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
I'm letting him keep going. Trigger alert.
We are just imbued with this white middle class value where we think right.
This clip is from a 1968 documentary called Still a Brother, Inside the Negro Middle Class, produced by NET, the National Educational Television Network, which eventually became PBS. The film was looking at a part of Black America that didn't get talked about much back then, the Black middle class. And what this man is doing right here is saying out loud what most people in his position never admitted. He's a Black professional, educated, integrated into mainstream American life, and he's realizing
man. See, now we're going into the 70s. This ain't the early 1900s. This is where we started to prosper a little bit after the Civil Rights Act. We was inching along. All right, 1968. That's the year Martin Luther King got deleted in 68, I believe. So this was a year.
Oh, look, these visuals, boy. I don't see. I see the twisted American dream, and it's full of smoke and mirrors and nightmares. This dude leaving the house. He all stuck up. He he all stuck up and uptight, leaving his house, going to work all day, leaving his bored wife at home, got the fancy little white sports car. These are those horror stories. You leaving out the front door, the maintenance man coming through the back. God, that's all I see. Because this ninja here talking like that, you ain't got no rhythm in your spine. You definitely ain't satiate her feminine nature, ninja.
Well, here's the deal. This was a time before the internet, Mr. Walker. So you can tuck your wife away somewhere, and she tucked away. Different. He the one that got another family across town. Normally, the women was at home, tucked away for the most part.
That's true. He ain't cutting that grass. He ain't tending to that lawn.
There you go. So the pool boys and all that.
Back to the fantasy of the pool boy. He about broke. He cleaning pools, but he labor for a living. He got muscle tone. He back there. He got the sun glistening off of him, and she horned up. She tired of she tired of his tummy to tummy missionary. She tired of that. That pool boy said, "You ever been in a huckabuck, Miss Ma'am?"
And he's realizing that the system got inside his head, that he'd spent most of his life seeing himself and his own people through a white lens, and was only now starting to reckon with what that meant. This wasn't just about money or poverty. It was about identity and how a society can condition you to measure yourself by someone else's standard without you even realizing it.
For some reason or the other, I never associated myself with the welfare recipient, the unemployed person. And now I realize that these are my people, that I should be able to do something for them or with them. But yet I haven't. So that, I think, is where the guilt comes in. So I take the position that these people have been denied, and I continue to say these people. Notice.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck is you talking about?
I continue to say these people, these ninjas. I don't identify with the ninjas, but all of a sudden, I woke up one day and I said, you know what? I was a ninja too. I got to do something. I think I can help them. Hold on.
Yeah. White man must have let you know who you is. That's what happened. He was out there having his cookouts with his neighbors, on the weekend, and he kept saying those people. And Billy Bob said, "Hey, Jim, you keep saying those people. It's kind of odd that you say it like that with the fact that you's a ninja too. Hard ER, yeah, like ninja, not ninja." You're one too, don't you, Jim? Huh? Yeah, now your eyes is open. Hush up. This is sickening. He can't, I understand it though. This is selling out. This is cowardice. He cannot associate with them whenever he know that all of his neighbors talk bad about his people. So he can't be one of his own people. Just an empty vessel.
That I continue to say these people, and like I'm not one of them, when in fact I am one of them. I take the position now that I should help, I should do what I can. I have begun to protest. I will now picket. I will now speak out with my white counterpart about the injustices that have occurred to my people. When before, say 15 years ago, I kind of behaved like it didn't exist. But now when I read, when it's brought to the front about housing and about job discrimination, I realize now that this did exist when I was younger, but I was just oblivious to it. I didn't think as a Negro, but now I'm thinking as a Negro, and I think more people in my group aren't thinking as Negro.
Here we go. Nonetheless, I'll say this: don't get too triggered in life. All you can do is plant seeds, and that one day some fruit will bear. All right. So here we are. It took a while, but he woke up allegedly.
We got to let our folks know who they are. That is a terrifying thought, what you said earlier, Mr. X. Some of us may, just start to lose our blackness. You know what I mean? We all mixing up. ain't gonna be too many folks walk around that share my Mr. X's complexion. We proud Dockies. We proud members of the Docky Association. Proud as heck. Oh man, it look like it's fading away. God, we gotta do something about it. We gotta start a school. Come on, we're gonna get Kanye, Dr. Umar. We're gonna get something going. Stand by.
That part. And the thing is, a lot of folks is getting a wake-up call. So shout out to Brother Julian. Says, I like deep conversations like this, truth of lies.
Appreciate you, Brother Julian.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
And deep thoughts come back through. He says, there is an assault on Black history, and our ignorance towards it is its legacy has us repeating it.
Yes. Yes, it is. We got to each one teach one, OG. We got to continue to teach.
Man.
Straight like that, straight like that, straight like that, straight.
So here we go. I'm going to bring up Brother Idris. I see Idris got in on the discussion.
Oh, not Idris.
The second thing is that at some point in my later life, I was probably about 29 or so, I took my DNA test. I knew my mum had an American father, but my dad's from Sierra Leone. Very proud. Sierra Leone. Ghana. DNA. No Sierra Leonean.
Wait, what?
No. 10% Ghana, 10% Nigerian, 20% Bantu, 5% Togo, 5% Senegalese, Cameroonian. I mean, it was a map, right? I looked at this thing like, what is going on? Bantu being the Southern African tribe.
Yeah, that's my side of the world.
That traveled up. So I looked at this thing, right? And I was like, what the? Took it again, same thing.
You took it again?
Yeah. I did. I was like,
sorry, I always find it funny when people do the same thing twice, hoping for a different result. I don't know why I find that so funny. It's a DNA test, but I love the idea that you're like, hold on, let's try this again.
No,
and then you're like, at this time, I'm going to push certain parts of myself. I'm going to bring out certain parts of myself.
Yeah. So here we go. All right. He took his DNA test. You know, he didn't know what he was. He thought he was from Sierra Leone, he said, but he found out he from everywhere. Or he grew up in the UK. I don't know. Hopefully you ain't think you was YT all your life like that other brother. Hell.
Yeah, shout out to the controversy of the DNA test. I see y'all there, hoax. There's some truth to them. Like I done took one. Allow me to step out on this limb. I took one. I done told y'all. And there I promise y'all, I'm the most skeptical person on earth when it comes to these things. Somebody gonna tell me who and what the hell I am. Trust me. At the very same time, they connect dots. You take one of them tests, and they start to connect you to relatives, folks you know. You go, oh yeah, this your cousin, that's your cousin, first cousin. You like, oh, true. It start to confirm things you already know as facts as far as your lineage. So there's some truth to it. Something is there.
Hey, okra before I took it. I jollof. I was like, no, hold on.
What were you hoping to get the second time around?
My mum said to me, I told her about this. She said, Kuna, Kuna's mum would do this. She said, Kuna, that is all money making. How much did you pay? How much did you pay? I told her. She's like, you see, to come and tell you that you're not from Sierra Leone, your dad is from Sierra Leone, your mum is from Ghana. I'm like, yeah, but mum, scientifically, you know, like that's not how it works. Kuna, listen. Anyway, so I did it again. I didn't even tell her the results the second time around, but this was me, and I just found myself like not questioning, but I was like, wow, I'm African.
Okay, what'd you think you was? Like you say, you growing up in London, did you think you was a lad? I don't know, but you's a ninja. All right, his mom would say, no, we from Sierra Leone. Like he said, scientifically, you know, y'all, if you deeper roots, we've been here a long time. So like we saying, this stuff can be traced back further.
Yes. And it's still my understanding that on every last one of these DNA tests, that there is a disclaimer and it says for anybody that everyone's DNA can be traced back to a single woman in Africa. That's a disclaimer on every last one. So everybody, no matter what, that's a disclaimer that we all can trace it back to one person. I don't know. I don't know. This is just what they tell us. These are the facts as we know them today.
So here we are. All right. Idris found out he black. And shout out to brother here. He about to cook up.
This interview was recorded in 1969, just over a year after Dr. King was killed and 4 years after Malcolm X was assassinated. The country was still tense, still grieving, still trying to make sense of what had happened. Sammy Davis Jr. wasn't looking back decades later with the comfort of hindsight. He was speaking in real time while the wounds were still fresh and the emotions were still raw. And in this moment, he chose to say exactly what was on his mind.
A whole bunch of brothers and sisters don't like me. There's a whole bunch of white people that don't like me.
Why do you feel there's a group of brothers and sisters who don't like you?
Because there was a whole bunch of brothers and sisters that didn't like Jesus Christ. That's why. And ain't nobody ever been put on this earth that everybody liked. They done killed Martin Luther King, and the only thing he kept singing was, "We shall overcome in love and peace." Killed him, wiped him out. Killed Malcolm. Wiped out everybody, man. Don't you understand? And some cat hired 3 black cats to wipe out the man who was the martyr of our time. And when they killed him, he had half a church full of people. It wasn't like it was packed and jammed, because already he was losing. And he says it himself, if you read his works, that there's a whole bunch of niggas that don't like me. Black folks like me, but not the niggas.
That's strong. 60 years ago. All right, Malcolm said, look, black folks love me, but ninjas. All right, once you start speaking consciously and trying to empower and look, we need to do better, holding people accountable, the ninjas will say down with you. But my people always gonna ride with us. But there is a segment, and they will wish deletion on you, like he said, to the point where they will come through and delete you, unfortunately.
Because we are still fighting a good fight. The Malcolm X's of the world. You know, I keep forgetting the daggone brother's name. The one brother that had the revolt down south. But it's a fight. It's a beautiful struggle that we must endure and carry on. But the ninja, the nug and bonquishas of the world, they always been here. They are cowards. They have cowardice spirits. Mother Moses, you know, Harriet Tubman had to deal with them. Huh? She said, any of y'all want to stay? Step forward. And whoever stepped forward, y'all got to get gone in a major way, deleted. It's always been ninjas. So there we go. Is unity possible? Folks couldn't even unify in antebellum slavery trying to get on the Underground Railroad with Mother Moses. There still wasn't unity, even in our darkest of hours. It's going to be what it's going to be.
Which is true. And 3 niggas knocked him off. Paid by white establishments. That's my feeling, and I will feel this as long as I live. And it was afterwards that the resurgence of this man, and suddenly we became aware of all the things that he was saying. Because as long as, doesn't it strike you funny, that as long as Malcolm was preaching separatism, as long as he was preaching such vehemence, he never got hurt at all. It was when he came back from Mecca and he said, we must all live together. We must, as black people, do our thing, but we must all live on this earth as one, blah, blah. That's when he started getting his house bombed. He got wiped out months later. Same thing with King. As long as King was heading the marches, they put him in jail. That was it. As soon as he started talking about Vietnam and the workers and this, that, and the other, getting out of his field of reference, really, heavy, too heavy for somebody. Wipe him out. You know, and it's frightening to me.
There you go. So the part of it is a lot of these people, white folks want you to keep ninjas asleep. The moment you try to wake ninjas up, I'll put you to sleep. All right, that's the agreement. So it's unfortunate, but we've been backed into this corner. And at this moment, they woke people.
We got to represent, you know. This is part of my rebellion to the world. I'm a rebel with a cause. I believe in being defiant against the plans that this wicked world got set for us. That's why I got a black fist tattooed on my neck. You can never misunderstand what I stand for. I stand for this culture. I literally wear it on my daggone sleeve. I believe we got to be proud of this fight. I told y'all before, it hurt my heart. There was a panel of black folks, and the host asked them, why are you proud to be black? And you know, a lot of folks didn't have an answer. Huh? I want to see, chat. Tell me, why are y'all proud to be black? Simple answers. A lot of folks don't know. My answer is, I love it all. I love the struggle. I love the fight. I love the challenge. I'm built for it. I shall not complain. That's what I love, every bit of it. I won't change not a daggone thing. Why do y'all like being black?
There you go. And like you said, would you change it? I think that's a bigger question. If you can change it, would you rather be something else? Some folks, you know, they probably would.
I wouldn't change anything. That's blasphemous to God. God don't make no mistakes. Through all ups and downs, trauma, drama, madness, and nightmares, there's a reason why every last one of us got our individual paths. Don't fight it. Embrace it.
So here we go. Speaking of our past, we got a bright past. Shout out to the Black Panthers. Like you say, some stuff start off great and then it can be taken over. Like we see today with, you know, people say like red pill and marriage and all this stuff. A lot of things start off with good intentions, but they say the road to hell was paved with good intentions.
There you go. Yeah. And I don't know. That's actually not in the Bible. Where I gotta look that up. They say good intentions. I understand the saying. Huh? Yeah, I can ride with it because good intentions are this. You know, Mr. X, loan me $100. I'll pay you back next Friday because I got plans on going to the casino, doubling up, and I'm gonna pay you back. But I end up losing it. Now I can't pay you back. I had good intentions, but what that's gonna do for you, you gotta have pure intentions, meaning I know for sure the only thing that's gonna stop me from paying you back is me leaving this earth. You see what I'm saying? You lose, I lose too. That's pure intentions. So I'm riding it, but I don't think that's in the Bible. People say, oh, you know that's in the Bible. I don't think it is. I'm gonna look it up.
We got to start getting out there with the people. And a lot of times we think we're better than the people. That's an insult and that's criminal. It's gonna take a lot of hard work.
Come on in, little brother. Come on in, little sisters. Y'all can sit down and get something to eat.
In 1969, the Black Panthers launched what became one of the most impactful community programs in the country, the Free Breakfast for Children program.
Man, everybody gonna eat. Y'all can eat as much as y'all want to.
At its peak, it was feeding thousands of kids every single day across cities in the United States. Volunteers would wake up early, cook hot meals, and serve kids before school. But at the same time, the Black Panther Party was already under intense pressure from law enforcement, including the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which was actively working to dismantle the group through COINTELPRO. As that pressure escalated through surveillance, raids, arrests, and disruption, many of their community programs, including the breakfast program, began to shut down.
Whose milk is this over here? Well, drink it. That's good for your teeth, man. It makes your teeth strong.
Shout out to the Black Panthers. Yeah! Boom, the brothers was in there educating, like you say, and white man seen it, and they came in and they absolutely destroyed it, you know, deleted most of the people or locked them up. And what did that leave? It left the mothers in charge. And that's where it went, you know, things, and they further dismantled it. But, you know, by the time the 70s and 80s, the women were all left with the children. All the men was locked up and deleted. And it was systematic.
For the sisters out there that aren't too hurt by the men in your community, please understand that the sacrifice, this is a part of history that gets overlooked. These brothers was walking it like they was talking it. This is around the same time whenever black men started the ambulance service. We really was him. And black man via this COINTELPRO and all these other things. COINTELPRO was a series of covert and often illegal FBI projects between 1956 and 1971 aimed at surveillance, infiltrating, and discrediting. Who? Most primarily the Black Panther organization. That's what they were there for. They said they are doing too much. They are going against our wicked agenda. They actually teaching their kids about health and nutrition and structure and discipline. They teaching them to protect themselves. They giving them a knowledge of self. We gonna start a whole movement. COINTELPRO. They documented their evil. This is why we go back to voting. Who the hell we vote for?
Whose milk is this over here? Well, drink it. His brother. That's good for your teeth, man. It makes your teeth strong.
By the mid-1970s, most of the Panther-run breakfast programs had ended, but the idea didn't disappear. Not long after, free breakfast programs expanded through public schools across the country.
That's what the breakfast children program is. A lot of people think it's charity, but what does it do? It takes the people from a stage to another stage to another stage, and any program is revolutionary, is an advanced program. Revolution is change, honey, and you just keep on changing. That's what we do.
Oh, you finna go to school now? All right. Right on. All power to the people.
So there you go. They would get these young kids in here every morning, not only feed their bellies, but feed their souls, feed their brains, feed their hearts and their spirits. All right, everything. We had a knowledge of self, these young men, these young people growing up to be great things, but they put an immediate hope to it. They're like, if this goes on for too many generations, this can be too much of a good thing.
And unlike today, because this touches my spirit. We talk about getting in positions where we can donate our time to the youth, stuff like this. And because this is where it's at. But unlike today, they were going home, Mr. X, and they were going home to reinforcement of this message. Mom and dad, or just mom, whoever, or just dad, they weren't sitting there going against the teaching of the Black Panthers. No, there was shame and duty and responsibility. So all this work and effort these brothers was doing was not for naught. Today, we acknowledge that, man, you try to do this today, and Mr. Exton touched on it. You pour into these kids like this, and then they got to go back to mom and dad acting up, doing hard drugs, toxic environment, no nurture, all nature. I don't know if we can go back to this.
So here we are. We talking about the Black Panthers. We talking Huey P. Newton. I'm going to bring this up. All right. This is Huey P. Jr. All right. Fair use. All right. This here is a lot. This brother, he about to go in.
Talk to us.
Revolution is my religion. You know what I'm saying?
My name is Malik. I'm a local photographer. I go around documenting people around the city of Chicago.
I'm Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., son of brother, this man right here. Actually, that's me in my younger days. I was actually on a run for law enforcement. And that picture was Chairman Fred and his comrade right here. That's Defense Captain Mark Clark. They were both assassinated December the 4th, 1969. Walking distance from right where we at right now. Fast forward to today, who I am, honored and humbled to chair the Black Panther Party cause. That's the organization that's carrying the legacy of the Black Panther Party. It was started in Oakland, California, October 15, 1966, by Minister Huey P. Newton and Chairman Bobby Seale. We could have had chapters throughout the world.
And not Huey P. My apologies. Fred Hampton Jr. Yeah, I misspoke. But Huey P., the founder, this was Fred Hampton, if y'all know about the brother in Chicago, what the police did to him. And like he said, him and his partner, the security enforcer, yeah, they went and laid waste to that apartment in Chicago. They fired thousands of rounds through it. And Fred Hampton was in there with his wife and children, his pregnant wife and children. All right, and they just fired many rounds through. But the wife and children survived, I believe. Obviously, it's his son, but yeah, they didn't make it.
I want to hear folks. See, folks don't touch on this stuff. I would like to hear a mad MAGA detractor sit here and justify that.
And Fred was young. Fred was what?
20s.
Not 20s, like 20 or 21. Fred Hampton was a young revolutionary. He was a leader, but he was a very young man.
They could not, may they rest in power. They could not allow those young kings, those young warrior kings to be exact, to live into their 30s. They couldn't. They could not. It'd have been too much for them. So they had to go in like the cowards that they are for one man in the sanctity of his own home, and had to go in there and riddle the place with bullets. They couldn't even face them man to man. Cowards. May that brother's memory continue on. We gonna keep it going on. Daggone right. We gotta let folks know. Cause I'm getting hot now.
This chapter of the Black Panther Party is right here. Headquarters for this is right down the street. The Black Panther Party had free breakfast programs, free busing programs in prisons. They fed a minimum of 3,500 children a week. Some of those programs, some of the work they did, you would think, you say, well, that's some great things. The government should have, acknowledged them, for things they were doing, give them some sort of award, but they became under attack. There was a program called COINTELPRO, the counterintelligence program, in which the government's own words, in fact, the former director of FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, said that the Black Panther Party represented the #1 threat to United States security since the Civil War.
The United States, Hoover, the Black Panther Party, without question, represents the greatest threat to internal security, like he said, since the Civil War. Man, it was all lies. Look at this all lies. Like you said, they will make it up, just like George Bush. We're going to go on Iraq, weapons of mass. They're going to make up whatever they got to do to justify their behavior and their agendas.
Whew, boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are the biggest threat. How? Whenever they were spewing this madness all over the airways, whenever they were spewing this propaganda to different nations, were you also showing them? Were you also showing them us hanging from trees, being made into garments with our flesh, our women and children being just completely decimated in all your most wickedest of ways? Did you show that? Did you show the torture that you was bestowing upon the greatest threat to your nation? You ain't, you whole wicked white man, wicked.
And I would say this stuff still goes on. So it never stopped as far as this mind state. He said, we got us, this dude, this 60, 70-year-old, talking about Fred, like I said, he was young, 19, 20 out here fighting. You talking about 70-year-old men talking about 19, 20-year-old black men, we need to stop them. And that still went on when Biden, we talked about it when Biden was up there in front of Congress and gave that speech. These young black men, super predators, they're going to rob my grandma. Same thought process. Dude was just president last year. Y'all must understand where we at. We ain't moved too many feet forward. All right. You muted. You muted.
All of this propaganda, Hoover, Biden, they continue to dehumanize us. That's what they trying to. And God dang it seems to be daggone effective. They are dehumanizing us to the world, to our peers, to the rest of the world. It's wicked, but fret not. None of us know how this is all going to play out, but I believe God is just, and I believe that justice shall prevail someday.
Said that the Black Panther Party represented the #1 threat to United States security since the Civil War, and that the Black Panther Party had to be wiped out, had to be taken out, had to be destroyed by the end of 1969.
I realized back in the day, the Black Panther Party used to stand on the corner and protect the neighborhoods and help out the children, to walk them to school. Why don't they do that anymore?
Black Panther Party for self-defense. Some of the initial duties was to patrol the community, and let the people know what they were legally obligated, to reveal, and the police pulled them over. Now, if you wait on the mainstream media to tell you about it, report it, you ain't gonna see it. But go check our resume. We've been out here even when it's not fashionable. Because a lot of people are black when it's beneficial, play Panther when it's profitable, and connect to the Cubs when it's comfortable.
Man, preaching. And like you say, the net of it, somebody has to fund this stuff. Like you say, those are boots on the ground. A lot of these people ain't working day jobs. This is my service, but there got to be somebody funding it. Almost like a Black Lives Matter, right? When that George Soros, that billionaire white man, he wanted to fund Black Lives Matter, not a movement like the Black Panthers. It's too progressive, but the Black Lives Matter going to keep y'all asleep. It's an agenda that don't serve y'all. All right. It's going to separate y'all from family. So they dump millions of dollars into that. So it depends on what programs they want to support, because the money, it has to be funded.
There you go. And for those of you that was blinded like I was whenever Black Lives Matter first came out, like, it is not what it was trying to make itself out to be, the movement. It was not. If you go, I don't know if it's still there, but I did my own research. You have to go on their page and scroll down their page, their mission statement, you got to scroll down quite a bit, and it will get to a section where they will say, we are against the nuclear family. We believe that you can have 2 moms and 2 dads and all those thoughts that ain't our thoughts. And they could never be nothing like the Black Panther Party. That's why they got so much traction, because the powers that be was like, oh, you ain't causing no friction with us. Oh, you want to do all this, no limits, no bounds, all this wild rainbow stuff? Have at it. Yeah, Black Lives Matter. Why not? The movement was once again hijacked.
We consistent with it. But a lot of times people can't see it until he hit them directly. Again, we like the last call for alcohol. We here. We been here. We serving the community. It's not just not for no look or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Power is the ability to define phenomena and make it act in desired manner. Revolution is my religion. You know what I'm saying? And we study the people, the good, the bad, and the ugly. God created Africans and America made niggas. One of America's policies is to create chaos and then restore order. Create chaos and then restore order. Whether you're talking about Iraq, Afghanistan, Africa, the Philippines, or Chicago, what is a strategic move? Go in and create chaos, destabilize the order. So you see the whole discussion going on about the case of Mr. Larry Hoover, Mr. Ford.
All that. Create chaos and then restore order. Drop crack in the neighborhood and then create a crime bill and hire a bunch of police officers and throw them in the neighborhood and let them bust heads. All right? Create chaos and then control order.
That's it. The system, the recipe, it ain't changed, and it's still working easier today, if you ask me, because we all bound with modern day economic slavery. That's where we are. That's why folks these organizations can never be. Like Mr. X said, folks need paid for their time because America made it that way. Shout out to my brother, Barbara Brooks. Say he was talking to some brother from Africa, and he asked him, do you like America better? Or, Africa, Uganda, I think he was from. Excuse me. And the gentleman answered, he says, I like America. I like America better. The only thing bad about America is you have to pay for everything. And that's where we are. We have become economic slaves, and we don't have the time nor the luxury of time to donate our time and get these organizations back going. And I hate that for us.
As the order. So you see the whole discussion going on about the case of Mr. Larry Hoover, Mr. Ford, so on and so forth. Those are strategic hits. Chairman Fred, the Mark Clark, the way that they was assassinated, it was done in a strategic way. It was like doing chattel slavery on the plantation. If a pregnant sister ran away, they just didn't go kill her. They went and brought her back in front of the people. They would cut her stomach open. They was, and that terrified people. You know what I'm saying? For generations to come, people say, don't talk about that. The day after Chairman Fred and Defense Captain Mark Clark was assassinated, the next day, law enforcement had went through Maywood and other parts of Chicago, and they pulled out the men and boys at their home. They said there had never been another Chairman Fred out here. So that's the breaking process. What you miss? You don't even know.
Yeah, the breaking process. Like he said, they were braiding a woman back, cut your stomach open, stomp the you-know-what out while everybody watch. And say, don't you ever try to run away again. And they did that to Fred, fired thousands of rounds right in the middle of the ghetto. And the next day they went around, gathered all the young black boys. Where you at, Richai? All the Baba T, the black boys in Chicago, and said there will never be another Fred. Y'all see what we did to him? Try it if you want to.
We got to keep trying. We got to. This is our journey. This is the part of being black folks don't want to embrace. The dark side, the struggle side, the side where our plasma floods the streets. I don't know what else to say. We cannot stop fighting this fight. That's why they did it, to scare us. Look, get comfortable. Don't y'all want to be comfortable? Don't y'all like these modern amenities that government giving y'all? Stop raising all this fuss. Otherwise, y'all gonna get this hot lead. And too many of us, I get it. When all the men are gone, I get it. I'm not gonna say folks were being cowardice in that moment. I don't have the cojones say that I wasn't there to see such things, to smell those smells. But blessings to them all. But we got to continue to fight in our own way.
Out here. So that's the breaking process. What you miss? You don't even know. They say it's so. You don't even know. I was framed and locked up in 91. I was sentenced in Cook County Courthouse by the most politically connected judge in this motherfucking county, Michael P. Toomey. The one that gave Jeff Ford, Chief one that gave him his state time. You know what I'm saying? Gave me 18 motherfucking years, man. You know what Chairman Fred is buried at, man? Right. He buried in Haynesville, Louisiana, man. The police every year shoot his tombstone up. Every December, they could Google it. Google it.
I wish that we seen more Panthers on the corner.
Yeah. I remember that story. That's a real thing. Every Christmas or whatever, every December, they go there in Louisiana and shoot up his tombstone. The cops and the white folks or whoever, you know. He was some strong Black Panther brother, you know, and man, these brothers was powerful, God-like creatures. The amount of hatred they would develop still to this day.
To this day, I'm feeling violent. Yeah, I'm compromised at the sight of that. You know what I mean? We gotta I got vengeance in my heart. We gotta do something. I don't know. They can do it. Somehow they just out there with they toolies, you know what I mean, unleashing on our tombstones. Come on, Lord. Why can't we counter it? Where the good old Louisiana boys? Where them wick wearing, you know, gold teeth sporting YNs with extendos? Put that hate to use. God dang it, not just on one another. Yeah, go slime them out. See what I'm saying? If you're gonna do wicked, God dang it, I don't know what to say. This is
every December. You can Google it. Google it.
I just wish that we seen more Panthers on the corner like it was back in the 60s, you know?
So you wish how old are you, just out of curiosity?
25.
25. And you say you wish you had more Panthers on the corner like it was in the 60s. Let me say something. I said on the set of Judas and the Black Messiah, we was talking. I don't know if this generation gonna be able to grasp the significance of the free breakfast program. You talking about the generation that grew up of Uber Eats, you know what I'm saying? Of a Chairman Fred stayed there. Wasn't no hot running water in that. Him and my mother to be had to go down the street, take a hot shower. Revolution, when you gain the mass of participation of the masses of the people, man, you know what I'm saying? My mother just walked down the street at 3, 4 in the morning. The brothers would be with wine bottles, they put their fists of power to the people. It was.
And that dude, like say he was 21 years old, respected by everybody as a revolutionary leader, living amongst the people. Like he said, they didn't even have hot water in the house, but he was the leader. Your leaders ain't going to be on MTV. They ain't going to be selling out tours or catching touchdown passes or doing slam dunks. All right? They're going to be amongst us. And white folks know that. They didn't go delete somebody. So this was Fred. He didn't even have hot water. He had to go down the street with his family to take a warm shower, but yet he had all this power. I mean, come on.
Brother, sound like he was closer to the story of Jesus than anybody else I done came across. You supposed to be a humble leader. I believe that in my soul. Yeah, anybody that dares to be a preacher or pastor, you need to be able to get your hands dirty. I like not just sitting up in some pulpit with diamonds and rubies on. Salute to these brothers, man, these young revolutionaries. May they continue to rest in power. And may they story and the fight continue on and we make progress. That's powerful stuff. Holy cow. Powerful.
Down the street at 3, 4 in the morning. The brothers would be with wine bottles. They put their fists of power to the people. It was a climate. I guarantee you, you and a whole bunch of motherfuckers can't tell them to the Black Panther Party Cubs and Black Lives Matter. Man, you have no concept what it is, man. Hey, where was you at August 30th when we had this motherfucker right here packed? We had the People's Convention. Yeah, right here. Right here. It was posted online. Right? So with a pistol in your hand, once you come in, you know what Pan Africa is? I guarantee you don't.
I don't.
I know goddamn what you don't. That's the Minister Cover. You ever heard of the Move family, man?
Nope.
In Philadelphia?
No.
And a bomb dropped on them in 1985. Huh?
Yeah, I remember that. Man, this dude going in. All right, the Move family. Back in 85 in Philly, they dropped that bomb, you know, on the Black Liberation Move, the Move, MOVE headquarters. The people wouldn't come out. They couldn't get them out. They tried lots of things, and the government said, you know what? Drop a bomb. They, evacuated as many people as they could and dropped the bomb. And 11 people were deleted. Among them were 5 children. More than 60 homes were destroyed. So they destroyed almost a whole city block. These people wouldn't come out, and they couldn't get them out, and they was too scared to go in. So, yeah.
For those,
same thing to Fred. Thank God his family survived, but they was in the house when all that went on. They just kept firing shots for God knows how long, and they didn't care who was in there.
For those immigrants, folks coming over here benefiting from our struggle, our civil rights struggles, this mayhem, torture, murder. Look, here you go. Show me another example in history outside of a world daggone war where a country, a nation bombed its own civilians. Like absolute insanity. Come on. But again, these type of things, I swear right now, folks just got their heads down. They got their head in the sand like a goofy ostrich. I don't want to see that. Mother suckers can't comprehend. Yes, 5 children. You just at home and your business, trying to live a God-fearing life, and all of a sudden you got to go pick up your brothers, your sisters' body parts up and keep life going.
Yes, all because your parents and their friends, they were black liberators. They were trying to free black folks. White folks said, why are you trying to free these people?
Gonna bomb you.
In Philadelphia, and a bomb dropped on them in 1985. Huh? Give us some motherfucking basic homework. Motherfucker put their lives online. You know what I'm saying? And if you go Google this shit. Same way you find goddamn with the fucking Lil Slave or Lil Wayne, whatever the fuck you want to call him, his new record, whatever. Find out the fuck we doing. It ain't hard to find out, but I dare any motherfucker to come with us with arrogance. Oh, I miss it. You don't miss a motherfucking thing because you never knew what the fuck it was through the door. So with God love, when Nixon was at November 14th, 1969, let me tell you the fuck you ain't gonna find your motherfucking history books, man. November 1969, he was in a helicopter right down the street, my man. On top of the headquarters of the Black Panther Party. So you missed another job. You don't know who the fuck they was. So you missed, you never knew them. These ain't no role models, my man. These are real models. Fuck you thought you missed, you don't even know them. It's a sister, it's so. No. You think what's gonna take to become a member of this motherfucking organization? Oh, you're not just gonna go on YouTube and repeat a motherfucking thing. You go in the parrot from the pet shop, homie. You gonna get your black ass in this goddamn community. You gonna make some motherfucking mistakes on our motherfucking turn. We ain't no Black Lives Matter. We ain't none of that. We deal with self-determination, my man. On the stage, goddamn it. Almost real proud people, brother. Right on. Yeah. This is my office. Yeah. They know. The people know. Hey, this conversation is really premature. You know what the fuck Lil Slave is, Puffball Code, and the rest of these clowns they get your motherfucking ass. COINTELPRO being counterintelligence programmer, man. Program, I'm gonna quote the white folks, because you'll believe when you saw that. They say the goddamn a program created to discredit, dismantle, and disrupt, and destroy any black nonsense movement, especially amongst the motherfucking youth.
That's it. Plain and simple. All right, because they know old timers ain't doing nothing. Shout out to y'all. They ain't got much fight. Most of the fight gonna come from the youth. All right, people between the age of 15 and 30. That's who they want to dismantle. They know the boomers, respectfully. They know y'all out to fight. They ain't worried about, and any older generation. Like, we ain't worried about, we got, it's over. They fought, they may have fought the fight or whatever the case, but they we got to focus on stopping these young folks from uprising.
And it's being very effective. We got the YNs and the young single moms by choice. Done and done. Like I said, we out here being violent as the day is long, but we won't turn that violence onto our oppressors. We don't advocate for violence, but there's what should happen. We wish folks would be all kumbaya, but they not. If you're going to do it, turn it on to the enemy. But COINTELPRO and all these other things were very successful. All of these government infiltration systems were very successful, and it's still successful today. That's why
I'm about to say, still to this day. What do y'all think TikTok and all this stuff is, man? It's
COINTELPRO evolved. Mind control, infiltration, disruption.
In a moment, they can have a bot send a message to all the kids and tell them to go take over a downtown. And they say, who started this? They don't know. They can't trace it back to nothing. These kids just been getting these messages telling them to go downtown and take over. And like robots, they do it.
And ain't got enough responsible present parents to counter it. And here we are.
So shout out to Deep Thought. Says that was the black mayor who ordered the bombing.
That's more COINTELPRO. That's the wicked success. We can't make it always seem like we are just.
I'm about to say, if you think any black mayor in any city in the United States of America got enough authority to drop explosives, you crazy as hell. That came way above him.
There
Like
you
he
go.
just said, Nixon was flying over the place in a helicopter. Y'all must understand, man. These people, they infatuated with us.
There you go. Yeah, the mayor's my understanding. The only thing he can do is hire and fire the chief of police. You know, but yeah, I don't know.
All right, but here we go. Nonetheless, this is just more reasons why they need to pay us our reparations. Shout out to our freedom fighting sister Ebony Dean.
It's going to take, if you ask me, an act of God. However, I think it's about that time with what's going on in the world. That's the silver lining to all this madness, if you ask me. That's why I keep saying we need to stand fast, stand tall, stand firm. Our time is coming. Our ancestors cried when they was working them tobacco, cotton, and soy fields. You know, those cries, those old Negro spirituals of a brighter day. We are our ancestors' greatest prayer. We are their greatest fantasy, if you will. It's coming. We just got to stay the course.
So here we are. We up here all night. We talking about we are too divided and unity might not be enough. So we about to get into this reparations talk. Make sure y'all take a second, hit the like button.
Yeah, we shaking the scene. Married men with a vision. Yeah, we building a team. From the struggle to success. Yeah, we changing the view. If it's truth over lies, then it's rocking with you. Hit that like button up. Subscribe to the channel. Good cash app lit and super chats running with. If you rocking with the message, then support the show. Car before the horse production. Car before the horse. Now we back in alignment. The wriggle rumble. With true me refinement. Car before the horse production. Me lit. Car before the horse production.
Here we go. Shout out to this sister here. Pink Book Lessons. All right, she got a whole deal here with this reparations talk.
Here we go.
Step up, tell us your name, and briefly, what's on your mind?
Hey, yo, as I look around this room, if you're 35 years old or younger, raise your hand. 4 people. So here's the thing. Y'all in trouble. Yesterday, you had Al Green up here talking about we need a Secretary of Reconciliation, and then that's going to include what he said was reparations, which, by the way, wasn't reparations. Reparations is more than a check, but the very first thing it is a check. And come this year during the midterms and in 2028, if you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check, no vote. Yeah, I know that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what's happening. All of y'all in here, with all due respect, you're beautiful, but you're old. You're not talking to the youth. You don't know how to talk to the youth. You're trying to tell us what to do. We're not having it no more.
Wait. He just told them you're beautiful, but you're old.
Yes.
Sounds like he's.
So here we go. This brother went in here and crashed the party. This is at the National Action Network. All right, that's some type of black network headed by like Al Sharpton and them. All right, the big shots. They behind a lot of this. And he interrupted their party with smoke.
I love it. I don't know. I never seen this brother, but listen here. I salute to you. You know what I mean? Look at this. I'm dissecting this. Look, this brother up there speaking with enthusiasm, with power, like a young Fred Hampton and them. And look, come on, sisters. We got a problem in our community. Look at the sisters behind them. With them grim, they not supporting him. And then you got this soft yellow belly ninja in this white coat up here, just under gynocratic rule. Don't know how to deal with a masculine brother. They not even, their energy ain't even for him. Salute to him. He's stirring up trouble. He wants trouble always.
Here we go. And shout out to Evie. Says, I sent this to y'all today. Glad y'all covering it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Evie.
Here we go.
Talking to a room full of baby boomers. Sitting around there at Al Sharpton's National Action Network conference, where the Black Boule all get together to sell us out to these useless, do-nothing Congressional Black Caucus members. Kamala was in there too, trying to pull the...
You see what I'm saying? Kamala, the Black Boule. What is the Black Boule? What is that all about?
The Black Boule. The Black Boule, is my understanding, was a group, the group of Black folks that America puts up in front of everybody and say, hey, you know, this could be you too. You could be just as successful. Anybody could be a Kalama or Obama. And the Black Boule disassociates with people. Shout out to the guy you showed before that identify as a Negro. He's just an American. That's that Black.
Like Roland Martin and all. You know, y'all see some of them on the cover here tonight. Hell, DL, Charlemagne.
See, DL, okay, wait to see what DL did. DL, he was a rider. Huh? That DL was down for the cause, 10 toes down.
I know, yeah, he down with the National Network, so he part of the Boule class. I know that much.
See, there you go. That still seems to be an ongoing struggle with us as Black folks, FBA, folks striving for better, trying to climb the social economic ladder and have a good standard of living. We can't get to a point where we sell our souls and start to disassociate from our people. Then
I believe he was trying to shame Black men for not voting for Kamala. So,
wrong answer. Wrong answer. Why? Come on, man. Come on, man. Ain't nobody vote for this person. She said she Indian. She ain't even Black. Y'all like her bathtub greens, huh?
Pull over their eyes. Of course, I'm not surprised. The Boule up here worshiping this non-Black American woman, a red dot Indian that cosplayed herself all the way to the White House, just a heartbeat away from the president, allowed her to fill a position that Joe Biden said was supposed to be for a Black American woman, and he gave that position to this woman right here over all the Black American women that he could have chosen. Then got all these fools to go along with it and agree with the Indian woman erasing them and replacing them. Told us she wasn't giving reparations for Black Americans, said it with her full chest years ago, then got on stage at this Al Sharpton event, lying once again. And I don't know, maybe I'll get on the collard greens and the bathtub lady another time. Today I want to focus on this brother right here, Melrose Radio. He wasn't having it. He got up at the conference and put the whole room on notice.
If you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check, no vote. Yeah, I know that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what's happening.
He told them no check, no vote. Midterms are approaching and they want Black Americans to run out there and vote in order to take care of everybody else while they keep replacing us with all these other people, prioritizing them, giving them reparations and all kinds of cash, but keep telling us to fall back while we're watching them do for everybody else.
I mean, man, so they keep saying they ain't got the money. And right now, even Iran is asking for reparations. I don't know if y'all seen that. Go and look at what they asked for. So right now, y'all know the whole thing going on in the Middle East, and they are trying to come to a ceasefire agreement. And Iran has drawn out their agreement. It's like a 10-point agreement. And one of the points, they are demanding reparations for all the damage done during these last 40 days or whatever, you know, these bombings. So they said, go ahead, keep destroying stuff. When it's all said and done, we want reparations for whatever y'all destroy and all the havoc y'all caused. They're demanding it. That's part of the ceasefire. So they said, we won't stop unless we get reparations. But the thing is, they got an army behind them. So,
and a lot and artillery and munitions and drones. We ain't got none of that. You know, the YNs in the hood got the extendo on the Glock and all that. But again, they refuse to turn that on their oppressors. It's wicked.
Yeah. They gonna pay because it's gonna be part of the agreement. Either they're gonna keep fighting or they're going to cut them a check. But whatever they tell them, it is what it is.
Iran stay making videos talking about they rock with melanated Americans. FB, whatever y'all want to call it. I'm tired of trying to tell the difference, but they rocking with us. So if y'all really rock with us, Iran, that trillion, once y'all get it, go and ship it over here. Show that y'all really support it. I'm so tired of everybody talking, oh, we got love for you guys. We support you guys. Cut the dag on check so we can run this ish.
So there you go. So yeah, that's the latest news on the reparations front, is that Iran is not asking, they are demanding. It is part of the agreement that you will, it's a reparations package. It's crazy as hell.
Everybody getting reparations for us. Come on, God. You see what they play it in our face. Send the asteroids. Send the aliens.
Nah, the brother told them to their faces. No check, no vote. Stop playing with us.
All of y'all in here, with all due respect, you're beautiful, but you're old. You're not talking to the youth. You don't know how to talk to the youth. You're trying to tell us what to do. We're not having it no more. So if you want our vote, you got to come with our paper. We're not scared of Trump. We're not scared of anybody. Biden is a racist. Trump is a racist. Kamala is a racist. And if you don't have our money...
Y'all, look how they all tilted their heads when he's...
Hey, look at all these damn gatekeepers up there. They got this little zesty dude down here on the mic. His eyes keep bucking. He like, oh, he said, look, he trying to take the mic. He said, Kamala. He said, whoa, she here. One of our biggest donors. Hell, Kamala is the headliner. He down here talking about, and hey, he came with the smoke.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka! He wants problems. Always. Yeah, little soft ninja in the white coat. He irritated me. That's why as soon as this brother here took that mic and he started looking around, this guy, you're a coward. You are a gynocratic fool goon. And you're soft. You can't do nothing but sit there and smack your lips and twist your hips. Get on my nerves. But ninjas like this in a white coat, we got to address it. Those hyenas, they love him because he lacking testosterone. And he only going to say so much before he say, yes, ma'am. Your wish is my command. Yes, ma'am. He's a pawn, gynocratic pawn.
At best. And we got some super chats.
Shout out to brother EV Ray. Says the dude in the coat is Zesty Tether from Ethiopia.
Man.
God damn. Shout out to Ryan Page. Says the milkman always come through. All right.
That's true.
Money, 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 money. We appreciate you, James Burton. Come through with the 10 ball. Says, please look up Steve Coakley. He was the Boule Buster. Salute, fellas. Okay, Steve Coakley.
Yeah, definitely gonna look into it, brother. Okay.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka! Appreciate you, Ichiban. Good to see you. Been a member for 6 months. Says, you never win the race when you sink your own boat. I hear you. Shout out to Postman. Good to see you, brother. Says salute to the dynamic duo. Salute to brother Mailbox Sports over there. Make sure y'all go check them out and subscribe and keep up with your latest sports news. Lord knows I'll be over there learning. I learned to shut my mouth though and just listen.
Out the Postman.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Appreciate you, brother. So here we go. They crashing out at the national action. Ain't nothing in here but gatekeepers, old boomer men, and zesty men.
Give them heck, brother. Give them heck.
If you don't have our money...
Y'all, look how they all tilted their heads when he said Kamala. Now, when he said Trump was a racist, he got them all riled up again. They're like, yeah. But as soon as he said Biden, they're like, hold up now. And by the time he said Kamala, they're like, hold up, wait a doggone minute now. Yes, as soon as he said Kamala, they all started glitching. Look how dumb they're looking at him. Heads all cocked to the side and everything. I'm telling you, where in the world is Boondocks? Look at how animated they are. You can't make this stuff up. You see how offended they are over this red dot Indian Canadian race lady? They're acting like he just said your mama ugly or something. Look at him. He got them looking all scared in the eyes like you can't be up here talking about our current queen, Master Kamala. Listen, this would have been the funniest Boondocks episode ever. And yes, they're so animated like a skit, but no, this is real life.
Biden is a racist, Trump is a racist, Kamala is a racist, and if you don't have our money, you don't get our vote. Yeah, who are you? Oh, all right, yeah, so like I was saying, I'm gonna land my plane right there, but the Democrats are no better than the Republicans. No check, no vote. Y'all take care. And somebody get my man a tissue. He need a tissue.
Thank you. First, let me clarify something. There are many young people that are part of the National Action Network.
I happen to be one of them. I may look old, but I'm not.
Okay, so that was the end of the clip right.
Yeah, this ninja here.
I tell you in the name of Jesus. Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord.
Yeah, my man, he in there talking about Biden. Biden gonna come out the back.
And you ain't black.
Yeah, keep talking.
And you ain't black.
Here we go.
Salute to that brother. Ooh, I love that fire. We need that. That right there must be nurtured. You get behind a man like that. You don't hate. You don't sit there. No, you listen to him and you support that fire. That's that deep ancestral fire. He didn't want. He wanted all problems. This dude bucking and looking for confirmation from the Hyena clan. He like, who is you? Ninja, get a tissue with your sad face.
There, the guy hosting the Q&A had to defend the National Action Network by telling Melrose Radio that they had a bunch of young people in the organization because only like 2 or 4 people raised their hands when Melrose said, put your hands up if you're 35 or younger. Guess they have all these young people in the organization. They just didn't show up that day, but I digress. Then Al Sharpton, old street sewer rat bobblehead behind, called himself clapping back. Take a look.
So I'm glad that people are here. Let me say, in terms of our report,
what?
For the year.
What?
And then we're going to go on with the program. Our young people are rehearsing, getting ready for this afternoon. Is our youth day. I heard somebody talk about young people that tell them to just stay around. They're going to see 2 people.
And he's such a liar on cue. Up there talking about his youth day. So everybody in the organization 35 and under just so happened to be absent from the building. Said something about rehearsing for something. Like if you don't sit your slow behind down with all this lying, he up there telling 1980s lies in 2026. Acting like he's pulling a fast one on somebody. Sir, give it up. You're moving slow as a turtle thinking we ain't caught up to you yet. Talking about everybody 35 and under just magically didn't show up today. I can't.
Afternoon, all of the youth in there, and I don't know, but you get provocateurs because anybody that's talking to somebody younger than them holding the mic, then you know that they paid agents.
Okay, so because one old-looking young guy was there holding the mic, that's supposed to be proof that you have a bunch of younger people in the organization? And because people can clearly count and see everybody else is old, you're an agent?
This is crazy.
Fuck is you talking about?
So Al, up here calling people agents. The number 1 agent. These people have been in power for decades, almost a century. I mean, long time. Since Martin Luther King was alive, these guys have been around. They've been a part of COINTELPRO. They need splinter cells and Trojan horses to walk amongst us to keep people in line. People like Al. So he's one of the greatest pawns for the COINTELPRO.
Unfortunately, like I said before, you're supposed to support that brother. But you want to know why there ain't no youth in these organizations? Because a lot of youth like that brother come there speaking that real truth. And women like this, y'all see them. The sisters in power, the sisters in authority. They don't like ninjas like me and Mr. X. We too outspoken. We ain't going along with the get along. Like that young brother was up there. They need you to fall in line, ninja. The boule type ish. Fall in line, be a good boy so the white folks will treat you nice. Tell me when I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm wrong. These ninjas just trying to be comfortable.
By the way, this is beyond crazy. You have Al Sharpton, the confirmed federal agent, up here calling somebody a federal agent. I can't get over this. He's the agent. He's been an agent. He admitted to being an agent. And he's on stage trying to call somebody else an agent? All because he called his friends racist and told the old folks they need to move out the way. We're not voting for them if they don't produce tangibles. Yeah, this bobblehead federal rat is trying to call Melrose the agent for standing 10 toes down. All he did was tell them they better get it together if they want support from the black grassroots. But hey, we see what side they're on. Whatever side Reverend Bobblehead here is on, I can tell you right now, it's not our side.
And if you're in the room, if you don't like me saying that, I'll say it again. Because you cannot get reparations without putting people in office that's going to pay them.
Explain why they're already in office and they're not speaking on the Black American agenda at all. Yeah, they've been specifically telling Black Americans for the last 6 years to get in line behind the Latinos. Then the AAPI community jumped in front of us too. Even got Pramila Jayapal out here talking with her whole chest, saying they need to pay reparations to illegals. And
see what I'm saying? It's wild as hell. The illegal immigrants say they want reparations from the treatment ICE been doing to them. You know, Iran want reparations. Nigeria, everybody done cut the damn line. That's why shout out to Ebony Dean. It's very important to stand on FBA business because everybody's simply cutting the line as we are standing here. Something must be done.
Don't sound like a bunch of unity, huh? That is the conversation, right? There's a group that says we need to unify. Shout out to our Caribbean brother, and other folks. Shout out to Sister Ebony Dean, brothers. Project Leroy said no. Quite the contrary. We cannot be all unified because ain't nobody acting unified. Nobody seems to really give a dang about FBA struggle and our journey with slavery. They really don't. They're like, we read about it, we heard about it, but what y'all complaining about? Y'all got Jordans and Hennessy now and Cadillacs. What y'all so worried about? Nobody seems to care.
the so-called Black Caucus ignoring the Black agenda, they're over there lending support and ready to give votes to Pramila and her people. Like, really?
So talk that ignorance somewhere else.
Stop clapping.
You know, people talking about we have been for all of our existence fighting for reparations, made every candidate pledge to it. You cannot get reparations unless you elect folks that's gonna pay it. Who you gonna pay yourself?
And everybody you bring on stage, they're not doing it at all. None of them. Hakeem don't want to hear that. Kamala already said what she said. Westmore don't want to hear that. He blocked the progress in his own state. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, Al Sharp.
Oh,
fuck is you talking about?
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
Ain't these the same people? This is the Democratic National Action Network. Y'all are the same people that was behind Obama for 8 years. You had a man in office for 8 years, according to you, Al. You said you got to put somebody in office that's going to cut the check. You had a man in office that y'all were all friends with. Why didn't he cut the check? So what are you saying, Al? What are you saying?
That part there. We had a black president and we still didn't get reparations. The president of the United States at one point was black and we still didn't get it. How are we going to get closer? How are we going to do better than that? Ninja, you've been at this for a mighty long time, Al. You ain't got frustrated with the lack of progress. You see what I'm saying?
Of course not. Because he driving a Rolls Royce and he got millions of dollars. He got portfolios and property. Hell no, he ain't frustrated.
This is why leaders cannot be political puppets. They can't be worried about millions of dollars and stock portfolios. You can't. I don't believe that we need to be living in poverty just to be a leader and revolutionary. Shout out to Fred Hampton and them. No hot water, that's crazy. But that's what it's about. Today's leaders need to be self-sufficient, farmers or homesteaders, folks that are down to earth that ain't trying to see that the majority of the money pass through their pockets like ninjas like this. You hit the nail on the head. That's the only answer. Why he frustrated? Because his palms being greased. That ain't no suit out of Macy's. That is couture. That's that Ask Okie suit.
Is the agent. He was back then and he still is now in 2026.
So you can't in one hand say, but don't vote for everybody, they racist, but I want reparations. Well, who gonna pay you?
And then he's twisting his words. He didn't say don't vote for them because they're racist. He said no check, no vote. Let's be real. We all know who Sharpton is defending right now. Melrose Radio specifically called 3 people racist. Biden, Trump, and Kamala. Biden, he's not running for office anymore. Trump, he's not running for office anymore either. The only person running right now in 2028 out of those people he just mentioned is Kamala. So he's obviously defending her. But no, he didn't say don't vote for somebody because they're racist. That's what y'all run around telling people, to vote on emotions, based on who you like or who you don't like, or who you choose to hold accountable for their racism today. He's not talking about that. That could change from day to day. He said no check, no vote. Not racism, no vote. He's talking money talk right now. Like, let's make a deal.
So either you paid or you stupid or both.
Pulpit pimping.
No, Reverend.
That's wild as hell. For him to disrespect that young man, you are paid. You are agent. This is the paid agent. He playing right in y'all faces and they clapping. Y'all so damn, oh my God. Y'all let people play right in y'all face and like y'all can't see them.
I don't care. These mother suckers crooked. Money. Love of money is the root of all evil. And yeah, I looked it up. The road to hell's paved with good intentions. That's not in the Bible. That's some English proverb. But that's Al. This is Mr. Good Intention. That's him. Mr. Good freaking Intention. I got good intentions. Trickle down effect. If Al can get him a Rolls Royce, maybe he'll buy somebody a Honda Civic. Trickle down, not freaking really. Can't trust none of these ninjas. And again, if you ask me, if you cannot support the youth and you want to down the youth, you about to pass away. This woman over here to the left snapping her fingers. Y'all ain't got no couth, no shame. Y'all got self-hatred. Stop hating your man and get behind him. And stop getting, this ninja ain't no man. He's a male. He's a male agent calling young men's agents. The pot calling the pot a pot.
Man. So Al done lost all that damn weight. Now he's, act like he's standing no business. I don't know what they paid Al with. Maybe they was paying Al with Ozempa before it ever hit the market back in the 90s. All right. Al was the first person to get a batch of Ozempa.
I'm leave it alone.
Apple here. You're paid, you're stupid, you're both.
I mean, I don't see nobody standing up. I didn't see whoever it was, but yeah, okay. I was at college and the guy stood up talking about, I don't believe in all that nonviolent stuff. Y'all need to get out the way and da 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 and da da da. And all you punks, I said, hold it with the punk stuff. I said, because you got one punk out. You go to second punk, you're going to get the best nonviolent whipping you ever got in your life.
Shut up.
Because I'm not scared of the folk we fight. I ain't scared of the folk we fighting with. So let's be clear about that.
Yeah, but you are scared because when Biden told you to shut your face up and get behind the Hispanics, told you straight up blacks need to fall back and wait in line behind them, you did clam up. Yeah, Biden punked you. But now you're getting on stage talking about you ain't scared of the people you're fighting or the people that you're fighting with. I guess you're admitting that you're not afraid of your opposition, the Republicans. You're also not afraid of black people either, Republicans or Democrats, or whatever affiliation or non-affiliation. But you are afraid of the non-black Democrats, which is why they stay whipping your behind just like Biden did. Biden whipped Al Sharpton's behind and told him, go get your Negro behind out my face, talking this baby bop bimbo babble, and go sit behind them Hispanics. Help them with their agenda, because that's their priority now, not the Negroes. And you see how they all fell in line? Al Sharpton and everybody else. One by one, we saw them fall in line and support an agenda that had nothing to do with black Americans. So yeah, Reverend Bobblehead, sir, you are the punk, you are the agent, you are all of the above. But hey, I digress. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Melrose Radio told them no check, no vote, and Al Sharpton was so offended by that, he called himself clapping back and called the man an agent.
Yeah, and at this point, we ain't like Al Sharpton and them.
We ain't like them, we stay on course. Truth over lies, yeah, we expose. Yeah.
Al Sharpton, still head of community. All right, he got a bunch of women in charge. He's sitting up there like Show Nuff or like Dave Chappelle on what was that? Dave Chappelle on what movie was that? Half Baked. Dave Chappelle, Mr. Good, what's his name? Mr. Goodbread.
Mr. Smiley Face.
Yeah,
Mr. Nice Guy.
He had all the women in charge. That's Sharpton in them, man.
Mr. Nice Guy with the smiley face. Man, this is Pulpit pimping. It's the same thing. They go up there, they string words together, maybe rhyme here and there, and they get people roused up. It's the same song and dance. It ain't changed. I like to shout out to the movie Book of Eli. That movie to me was so powerful, and it just told the cold truth. It was a dystopian post-apocalyptic world. There was no order. And that dude, when he heard that woman saying that prayer, he said, "Where did you hear that?" She said, "I heard some dude saying it." He said, "Give me that book." He said, "If you give me that book, I don't have to do anything." He was talking about the slave Bible. He said, "Give me that Queen James slave Bible, and all I got to do is start to read. And the people will follow me like the blind sheep that they are." Ain't nothing changed. He's still doing the same thing. Blind sisters, he up there with his expensive clothes, his nice cologne, and they smitten with this ninja. You got his fancy car outside, and everybody wants a chance to suckle at the power teat. That is what you see, and it's pathetic.
And for that, everybody to the pit.
Madness. Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me? Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Down with that pulpit pimping, man. I hate it. I grew up with it. They go up there and they serve up sermons of feel-good serum, and they just go along with it. They hand over their bread, then they go back to their regular lives of debauchery and madness.
But here we go. It's been a lot of madness all night, but there is a silver lining. There's some good going on in the community. Shout out to Umar.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
And the FDMG Academy. We say we need schools and solutions. Can we unite? I think so.
We open. We got action.
Great news about FDMG Academy.
Y'all do know that I will be the history teacher. Y'all do know that the Prince of Pan-Africanism will be the history teacher. So when your son comes into my history and political science class, you better let him know we don't do pretendianism anymore. We are Africans. And if you don't want your son to be taught to be an African, he does not need to be a member of the FDMG Black Star Line. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. If you are not African.
Hold on. FDMG Academy is open. All right, shout out to Umar, y'all. I know y'all about to come with it. I'm trying to, here we go. The Black Star Line. Invest your money in the most colossal, most prosperous Negro industry of all time. He says shares at par value of $5 each. I don't know. This must be, what's the Black Star Line? Where you at, Richai? Educate us.
Said shares at par value 5. He said he got shares? Like,
this is something old, so it must be something from back in the day that he trying to bring back, I'm guessing.
Okay. Look like old Steamboat. I don't know what that's about. I'm here for it. I'm down for this old country backwoods carrying on.
So I see something with Frederick Douglass. I don't know if this is something he started back in the day.
Okay. Yeah, let us know. Interesting. But here we go. The Prince of Pan-Africanism. Huh? Would y'all send y'all kids to Dr. Umar for some education? We had this conversation, just we touched on a little bit. What's better? Sending your kids to the Americanized public school or sending your kid to Dr. Umar? I think that's a valid question.
So there we go. I'm gonna let him cook. Hit the like button.
I'm going to say it again. If you are not African, if you don't want your son to be taught how to be African, don't send him to the FDMG Academy. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. This is a Pan-Africanist institution. When he sits in one of these desks, when he sits before Professor Ifatunde, when he sits before Professor Ifatunde,
It's only red, black, and green, brothers and sisters. Who ready for the FDMG revolution? Who ready for the FDMG revolution? Wait until you see the uniforms. Wait until you see the uniforms, brothers and sisters. We taking over education. This ain't no charter school. This ain't no public school. This ain't no Catholic school. This ain't no home school. This is Garvey Douglas Garvey school. This is King Kong. Oh, yes. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. The revolution is coming. The revolution is coming, brothers and sisters. Look at that floor shining. Y'all see that floor shining? Y'all see that floor shining? Look at the glass. Look at the glass, brothers and sisters. Y'all see that floor shining? Y'all see them desks shining? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The time has come, brothers and sisters.
Okay. Listen. I don't know. It's something. All right. Last time he showed us the gymnasium. I think the cafeteria. All right. We got classroom. We got desk. It's not going to be nothing huge. All right. It's going to be something small at first. They ain't going to take on 1,000 students. It ain't about to be no, but if they take on maybe 50 or 100, I don't know. We'll see.
There you go. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and say it, man. I don't see my heart being heavy sending my kid to Dr. Umar to learn some history. I got pain in my heart knowing what this American system is teaching our kids as far as his history. You see what I'm saying? I know we acknowledge the brother Wild. We get it. $5,000, one-on-one dates. He probably gonna be, kind of preying on a single mom. Say, okay, things gonna happen. He like a 5'5" butter pecan thick of the thighs. We know. We know that it's coming.
Well, I'll say this. If we ain't learned nothing all night from the Black Panther segment, it got to start somewhere. All right. Y'all know me. I'm going to sit back and watch. We'll see. I'm optimistic. All right. He said, I think 2027. So next fall. So it's going to be in the fall. That's another thing. So people are like, why ain't it open? He should open it tomorrow. He can't just open it right. School year about to end. So it's going to have to be, obviously, during that, when regular schools start back up. Maybe he said next year, 2027. Don't know.
Hey, I'm rooting for him. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all gonna cancel me? Yeah, look, he here. We in the building. He excited. He been in there wiping them desks off. He been crying in that room. Umar been in there praising. Thank you. Thank you, Marcus Garvey. Thank you, Black Jesus. He been, listen, I can feel it. He happy. He has accomplished his goal. He got a school open. It took a month of Sundays, a lot of gimmicks, a lot of cringe moments, a lot of meltdowns. Yes, understood. But we here, and y'all know my message. Please don't cancel me. We got to support one another with a bias as long as it's for our betterment. And yeah, he wild and wonky. But I don't think he's doing anything that's not for our betterment, I don't know.
The thing is, we got to compare it, like you said earlier. Y'all know where I stand with the, public school, private school, Catholic school. I don't care what it is. It's a lot, worse things going on. It's all the same, if you will. It's going to be corruption, and miseducation. So let's see what he does. I don't know.
There you go. Like, I don't really see what he a black man under a microscope. And so I think that's in our favor as far as root for him. He got to be very careful with everything that he does, because criticism is just waiting around every corner from everybody. So with that microscope on him, I believe, here we go. I believe a brother like him shall be forced to do right. As soon as he trip up or slip up, folks just waiting to pile on. So I think we on to something. We on to something.
The time has come, brothers and sisters. We not playing with y'all. We not playing with y'all. The hardest working man in black consciousness. The hardest working man in black consciousness. Ladies, can I get some home cooked food? I need a home cooked meal. Where my queens at? Where my beautiful, single, all natural hair, all natural body, butter almond queens at? Where my mixed race?
He a man.
vanilla chocolate queens? Where my cinnamon queens and my fudge queens and my maple syrup queens and my cocoa butter complected queens with the all natural hair from head to toe, brothers and sisters? Where they at? Where the queens at? We not playing with y'all. This is not a game, brothers and sisters. Where them cocoa butter brown queens at? Where them hot peanut butter queens? Where them butterscotch, buttercream, lemonade queens? Where them chocolate fudge queens? Deep caramel queens? Where them mixed race pina colada, white chocolate queens?
Here we go.
If it's real, we salute it. If it's fake, we expose it. Yeah, the message shit different when you actually let it. Nug in the cut. Bomb Keisha got opinions at the end. Nug in the cut. Yeah. Bomb Keisha got opinions at the end. Nug in the cut. Bomb Keisha got opinions. Ay, be breaking down culture while the world steady tripping. Ay.
Listen, Umar got his nug ways. Look, like he says, better than nothing, man. All right, we got to start. I know, Umar, he doesn't grind people's gears. Y'all got no hope for the guy. I get it. But I got a little bit of hope for some reason.
See, listen here. I'm following Mr. X lead. Mr. X, one of them least optimistic brothers I know. If he got some hope, I got to use my common sense. Say something must be there. I know this brother. So I'm on it. I'm riding the crazy train. I am. I know he went on his butter pecan, 5 thick in the thighs, horned up spiel. He a man. I gotta respect it. He's still a man. Just don't identify as his prey. I told you, the single moms are going to rush this place. He know what's coming down the pike. Dr. Umar, save my baby. I got you, butter pecan queen. We're gonna do extra work. I'm gonna work with him and I'm gonna work on you. I mean, excuse me. Hey, if it's consensual, it is what it is. He might end up with some wives out, doing this. Who knows?
Look at that floor, y'all. Y'all see that floor? Look at the floor. Look at that glass. Look at that glass. Oh, yes.
It's linoleum.
Look at the glass, brothers and sisters. Look at the glass floor. We not playing with y'all.
Listen, they say this was an actual school once upon a time. They went on to say that Sukiana went to this very school in Delaware. So that's how her and Umar got some kind of ties. They from kind of the same area. And when this was an actual school, Sukiana was a student. It was some kind of, some kind of school.
So here we go. Pretty sure Suki gonna come back and provide a class. Suki gonna be the gym teacher. That'll be exciting.
Sex ed. Hell. We need that.
Shit. Suki. Yeah, we do. We do need sex ed. That's a fact. But Suki gonna have her room hot and steamy up in there. Yeah, I don't know how well. Sweet Jesus in the morning time. Dr. Umar gonna be looking through the glass. See, now it's getting wonky. See, we need to bring back the Boondocks. They took one of our greatest tools. They will be eating this up. Oh, come back, Boondocks. Where y'all at?
Not playing at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Look at that floor shining. You can see your face in that floor. Look at it. Look at the shine on that floor, brothers and sisters. Is your son ready to answer the call at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan-African Excellence, brothers and sisters? We not playing with y'all. You either building institutions or you wasting time. Can I get an ashe? We need institutions. How much is tuition?
Gonna slip and fall.
You'll get that information when it's time for that information to come out. You'll get that institutions or you wasting time. Can I get an ashe? We need institutions. How much is tuition?
Yes.
You'll get that information when it's time for that information to come out.
Okay, so they in the comment section asking about tuition. All right, settle down, people. He done showed us at least 3 or 4 classrooms, a gym, and some more stuff. They getting it together. AC units being installed, everything.
He got his orange glow, wiping them desks down. Somebody gonna mess around, slip and fall. He old school as heck, walk around the school with a bottle of orange glow. I get it. He in there, this is baby. And he shining things up. But get that hallway together, brother. You got a couple classrooms together. This is that kind of fraudulent activity. I seen that hallway floor. Get everything together. Get everything together, then have a victory parade.
Of course, you can join my albino brothers and sisters. This is one race here. We uniting Africans from Africa, Africans from America, Africans from the Caribbean, Africans from Central and South America, from Canada, the UK, Australia, Asia. One people, one race, one kingdom. We're not playing with y'all. Anybody who wants to divide the African race got to go. The African race has been divided for too long. Anybody who wants to divide us anymore, they got to go. We're not having it no more, brothers and sisters. Dr. Umar's Pan-African History and Political Science class. Dr. Umar's Pan-African History and Political Science class. Professor Ifa Tunde's Pan-African History, Political Science, and African Spirituality class. Oh, yes. Nothing will prepare your son for the FDMG experience. Is your son ready for them African martial arts outside in the park? You're going to drive by and see your son in his all-white dojo outfit with the red, black, and green flag with the FDMG kicking and punching African martial arts. Y'all not ready for what we're about to do at this school. Y'all have no idea what's about to go down at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
So there you go. Umar wants to have his own curriculum. That's why, obviously, he ain't trying to get them government funds. That's why the school ain't open. That's kind of net of it. He don't want that curriculum. He want to be able to teach them self-defense and African and whatever he wants. A lot of it can be beneficial. But in order to get some of that bread, these schools got to meet minimum thresholds. You got to teach, white man's English. Obviously the world's mathematics. You got to learn white man's social studies and his reading. So you got to learn about Christopher Columbus. But then they can sprinkle their own stuff in. If they want to start teaching your kid about medieval stuff or whatever, sorcery, whatever on their docket, they can. So some of them charter schools, they set up a little different. But Umar, he ain't buying by none of the rules. He like, I don't want y'all to control my curriculum. So he gets no funding.
And that standalone aspect, as Mr. X described it, is 100% honorable. That is honorable. Because there you go. He can do things. He can sit there and teach kids about African spirituality, the core, the root of our power from our, yes, that is a beautiful thing. But like Mr. X said, whether it's a school or a church, yes, that's how they keep building all these churches everywhere in our community, because there is a special bank they go to. And they go there and they make sure you're going to be preaching this, and you can have money to erect another sanctuary, another salvation center. Yeah, long as you teach what we say. So salute to Dr. Umar on that aspect. That's powerful.
Shout out to the brother. I see him in the chat saying he got to clean up the area around it. It's dangerous. Listen, it's going to start within. I don't know if y'all been watching the show all night. Rest in peace to brother Fred Hampton. Our leaders ain't going to be shooting hook shots. It ain't LeBron James Academy. All right, ain't Al Sharpton them. What we learning, all right, it's going to have to be within. It's going to be in the hood. Them the people that need it the most. This ain't going to be out in the suburbs somewhere.
There we go. I'm optimistic, man. This is something. He going down in history, whether y'all like it or not. He going down in history for this is good. This is the silver lining. Let's be optimistic together. Let's unite in optimism.
Think about the babies. All right, put Umar to the side. I know.
There you go, babies. Huh? Again, that's my number one point. I know for sure he can't hurt my baby's mind spiritually, worse than the conquering Viking man's curriculum. So come on, what we got here?
They said, why the school taking so long? Where your school at? Why your school taking so long? Go to the block party, my ninja. There's go one person to the block party. Who next? Who else going to the block party?
He stay blocking somebody.
Who else going to the block party? I love you too, Black Diamond. Bring me some mac and cheese. I need some mac and, where my mac and cheese queens at? I need a nice pot of mac and cheese. I need a nice veggie lasagna. I need some homemade banana pudding. Where the queens who can cook at? New queens don't. Where the queens who can cook? I need the deviled eggs. I need the shrimp. I need the greens with the turkey juice. Look at the shine, brothers and sisters. Look at the shine. Woo-hoo! I can't wait till the first day of class. I'm going to say, on your feet, young men. What is your name, sir? What is your name, sir? From this day forward, we do not bunny hop. Do you understand, young men? Do you understand? I am your professor, Dr. Umar Ifatunde. You may call me Dr. Umar. And the first rule of FDMG is if it's not about FDMG, we don't talk about it. Oh, yes. Repeat after me, young men. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never.
Huh.
Straight like that, straight like that, straight like that, straight.
Huh.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Rule number 1. No bunny hopping.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Listen, he instilling some decent morals if that's what you want for your children. All right, listen, Umar stand on his square, I guess.
You know, you're going to be a young lad going to a school. Just, you know, if your mom is single and she come in there wearing her Lululemon spandex, just look away. Look away. Don't look at the preference's eyes when it's a single butter pecan, dark chocolate, brown fudge delight, five thick in the thighs, little something walking through, because his eyes going to turn red like a Decepticon. And you might get a tainted idea of him. He just a man. He just a man. That's all. Just a man.
FDMG is if it's not about FDMG, we don't talk about it. Oh, yes. Repeat after me, young men. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Where my FDMG donors at? How many of y'all donated, brothers and sisters? When the last time you donated to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy? Because if you haven't donated, you cannot attend any events at this fine institution. And we will be having First Fridays for the RBG Pan-African community outside in the park after we get our certificate of occupancy. After we get our certificate of occupancy, after we pass the final building permit, brothers and sisters, there will be a First Fridays social and networking session once a month when it's warm outside. First Fridays social and networking session where those of us who consider ourselves Pan-Africanists, Black nationalists, we can come together and socialize with each other.
There you go. So I think the responsibility and the onus fall back on the people. Umar, yeah, I don't think he can clean up y'all got to see something good coming. A black school, support it. Clean ourselves up. Police ourselves. It ain't going to be one man to clean up a whole community. People got to be responsible for their own actions.
There you go. I know he keeps shouting this Pan-Africanism. He ain't getting off of that. And I understand to some degree there's a beef with Umar and the FBA movement. We got to come to a common ground. That's all. So here we go. Here we go. Another big issue with melanated folks in our community.
Well, it's the title of tonight's show. We talking about we're too divided. So, that's just part of it.
And we don't have proper conflict resolution skills. See what I'm saying? Umar all wild and loud. And it makes it pretty difficult to sit down and have a conversation. We got to come to an understanding, because as long as we are divided to that extent, shout out to Sister Ebony D. I know she tried to hear now Umar saying, we got to put some respect on the FBA movement. We got to stay away from extremes and stuff. I ain't gonna say no names, but the FBA thing makes sense to me. I'm not in for anything that's really dividing us. However, we got to put some respect on the FBA experience. We have to. There's no need to reject it.
The first thing on the table is reparations. So, he sort of undermines it by, that's just part of And I get it. Like you said, Umar, I don't hear him talk about that. It's like he's just trying to move away from it and go another direction. But that's an important part of how we can move forward.
There you go.
So, yeah, I get the whole Pan-African thing. We are not against our brothers and sisters across the globe. We have been on the record. Like you said, if you got our best interest. Now, if you out there talking ish, then we don't rock with you. But, yeah, we got love for all Black people across the world, especially if they respect us.
That's it. That's all we are demanding. Not asking, demanding respect.
We could come together and socialize with each other with some food, some music, some nice lounge chairs, and we just gonna kick back and build, because the conscious people need a place of their own. All Black conscious people need a place of their own, and we're gonna have a place of our own for the Black conscious community. First Fridays at FDMG. Who ready for First Fridays at FDMG? See the sisters pull up looking all fine and beautiful. Who ready for First Fridays at FDMG? Oh, yes. I love Wilmington, Delaware Team Novak. Shout out to all my Wilmington, Delaware family who've been riding with me. I'm surprised I don't have a Delaware queen after 7 years of FDMG. I'm surprised I don't have a Delaware queen after 7 years of FDMG. Oh, yes, brothers and sisters. You ready? Sagittarius goddess. Is that hair natural? Is that body all natural, sister? Can you cook? Can you keep your mouth shut about personal business?
He's so
King Kong
spastic.
consciousness. I ain't worrying about the relationships right now, though. I'm just trying to get the school up. You know, y'all sisters, y'all like causing me a lot of distress. So I just want to focus on the school right now. FDMG gonna have classes for the pregnant women, classes for the young fathers, classes for the young mothers. We're gonna have the elders program. We're gonna celebrate the birthdays of all the children in the neighborhood together. I'm not gonna tell y'all everything, brothers and sisters, because y'all gonna steal my ideas. I'm not gonna tell y'all everything because the struggle streamers. I can't tell y'all everything because of the struggle streamers, brothers and sisters.
What do you mean, Umar? We struggle streaming, but we trying to support a little bit. Nah, come on, you got a couple allies a little bit. As long as you do something.
Yeah, I'm thinking about supporting. I ain't never sent this ninja a dime. But man, look, he got the school going. He wiping down the chairs. He's spastic. His nervous system worse than mine. He just wiping off. You gotta slow down. I'm learning how to just slow the hell down. He just wiping and talking about butter pecan. But see what I'm saying? He got an ego. That's the problem with this brother. His ego come front and center. I'm liable to send him bread and try to talk to him. He be like, when did you send that money? Before or after the school was open? Did you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a fair weather fan over here. Daggone right, and I still paid. Put some respect on me. Appreciate your Omni Design Studios. Says, I don't believe it. That's an AI-generated classroom. Don't give that guy any money. You see, he's shining them desks up. You better be careful about liability, man. That dang on orange gold head, them kids gonna slip right out the seat. Shout out to Sean Miller. Says he know that's good enough for 2 more years of funding. Don't optimism. Shout out to Omni. Appreciate you. Says revolution starts in the home. Amen. Strong fathers, husbands, strong mothers and wives, and respectful children. The strong family unit. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Appreciate your internet passport. He says if the black don't win, we all jump in. Stay on code.
Here we go. Hit the like button.
He said, is this his school? If it ain't my school, whose school is it, my brother? It's not my school, it's our school. It's not my school, it's your school, my brother. It's our school. What kind of artwork do we need in the classrooms, my beautiful African sisters? My strong African brothers, feel free to weigh in. What kind of artwork do we want on the walls inside the classrooms of the sacred Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy? What kind of artwork are we going to put on these beautiful baby blue walls? What kind of artwork do we want? We need a picture of Marcus Garvey and Frederick Douglass. We need a picture of Fannie Lou Hamer and Ida B. Wells. We need a picture of Nnamdi Azikiwe and Amilcar Cabral. We need a picture of Robert Sobukwe and Steve Biko. I said we need a picture of Samara Michelle and Eduardo Mondlane. I said we need a picture of Fred Hampton and George Jackson. Oh, yes, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. Let the intellectual revolution. We're going to have cooking classes. We're going to have all kind of classes. Oh, yeah. Home economics class, gentleman's class.
Man, so it's a lot. It's a lot. You know, I try to think about the kids. You know what I mean? That's it. So I'll be hard pressed to sit here and defend Umar. I get it why the people trolling him in his comments and all of that. I think that is rightful. He's earned it. But then I see the desk and I know how these kids is being miseducated. Y'all been here for a while watching. Y'all see the stuff we've been documenting. So we'll see. I'd rather they be here doing this than being miseducated. I think they got more love for them than a lot of these teachers that go into these public schools and they go there just to stay for 5 or 10 years so their student loans are forgiven. That's a thing for a lot of these white teachers that go teach at these public schools in the inner cities. They are incentivized that if you stay here for 10 years, your student loans will be forgiven. That's part of whoever came up with that bill or whatever it is, they take advantage of it. So they'll go there and miseducate your kids and not too much care. And it's like a 10-year bid. They'll do their sentence and they'll have that 70, 80, whatever $1,000 forgiven. And then they can go teach at the white school where they always wanted to be.
They do not have your little black children's best interest at mind at all. They just trying to, like Mr. said, make it through they daggone bid. And again, all of the criticism, the trolling to Dr. Umar is 100% justified. And he's going to continue to keep it coming as long as he keep up with his, dang near, dare I say, was it misogynistic rhetoric up here, always calling these women desserts and ish, like that's kind of wild. And again, it feels and sounds like that pulpit pimping. You up here, he keeps addressing the women. You see that? That's a problem. Why you keep addressing the women? Then he called himself, said, "Oh, brothers, y'all can chime in too." Too late. Talk to the men, Dr. Umar. That's a problem. That's why the church has dissolved, because the dude in charge want access to all the women, just how you carrying on. Like you want access to all the women. Talk to the men, brother. Stop trying to have all the women to yourself. That's why men don't follow this. You sound like a poon hound.
That part. So it's a lot of decent stuff, a lot of bad. I know he was going through a lot of names here. It wasn't all FBA folks, but a lot of them was. And listen, I would rather my kids go learn about some of these people than sitting in the classroom learning about Christopher Columbus, J. Edgar Hoover, George Washington, some of these people. No, thank you.
Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, there you go. Hell, what's his name? Hercules. And get the hell out of here.
Seriously, I told y'all, listen here, I take pride in being active in my kids' life. I remember my son came home talking about some daggone Thor and Zeus. I said, let me tell you about, African spirituality, our mythical gods, if you will, if you want to be on that level. Let me tell you about Baron Simdi. Let me tell you about the Maroons. Let me tell you about whoever. Like, yes, we got things to counter that madness. You right on. My son, Johnny Appleseed, some old drunk white man running around planting crab apples. You can't even eat them. He was drunk.
Yes. Shout out to the babies. I think they be trolling Mr. Walker. I love it.
I'm here for it. I'm going to control all you want. We going to have a conversation.
Revolution. We're going to have cooking classes. We're going to have all kind of classes. Oh, yeah. Home economics class, gentleman's class. Oh, yes. Ancestral veneration class. We pulling out the gin for the ancestors. We libating the water for the ancestors. Oh, yes. This is the first independent black school in American history, built with donations from every major black community on every continent to begin operation in a standard school building. Not your house, not your church, not your basement, not your kitchen, but in a real school. We the first to do it in American history, 407 years. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us. Where my Haitian Africans at? I need a picture of Jean-Jacques Dessalines for the Jean-Jacques Dessalines Nat Turner Gymnasium. I said, where my Haitian Africans at? Where my Haitian Africans at? Where my Ghanaian Africans at? I need a picture of Kwame Nkrumah. Where my Nigerian Africans at? I need a picture of Fela Kuti and the Nnamdi Azikiwe. Stop playing games. Where my Grenada Africans at? I need a picture of Pan-Africanist Maurice Bishop. Where my Trinidadian Africans at? I need a picture of Henry Sylvester Williams, of Stokely Carmichael, of CLR James, of George Padmore. Where my Trinidadian Africans at? Oh, yes. Of course, we have other classrooms, sister. Let's not be ignorant now. Don't be one of them Negroes who don't build nothing, but want to talk about everybody else who building. She said, where the other classrooms? No, you know what? This is a one classroom school. I'm going to play dumb like y'all like to play dumb. I'm going to play dumb like y'all like to play dumb. I'm going to play dumb like this is a one room school. Since
with trolls. So he do this, like you say, is rage baiting and it's his only form of advertisement, if you ask me. This is his only form. Umar cannot afford to pay for a commercial spot during a football game. He can't be on the local radio, none of that. He just can go live and promote it himself. It's his only advertising for the school.
There he is. He making it work. Like Miss X said, Miss X is taking the safest approach, just standing by, wait what happened. I like to make my prediction. I don't mind have egg on my face. I think this is going to work out in our favor overall. You know, again, just flow with me, folks. We acknowledge Dr. Umar B. Wonka. We clown him, we troll him, we get on him at the very same time. You know, back to holding our people to a much, much, much higher moral standard than the rest of the world. Not saying, you know, get along just because of his skin color. However, his heart is in the right place. Huh? I'm just probably pretending y'all ain't trying to hear me. Huh? It's a silver lining. This can't go too bad.
Listen, I'll sit back. Like I said, I want to see it. I want to see the fruited bears. I hear them. I see the crops. We see them. Look good. All right. Okay. Let's see. We got to do the taste test. All that. Might look like a strawberry, but tastes like chitlins.
Shucks. I might send Dr. Umar about $10. I think I might send him a 10 ball. Should I put a 1 in the chat if I should send Dr. Umar a 10 ball, if I should donate? Put a 2 if I should, burn it. Yeah.
I'm going to play dumb like this is a one-room school, since y'all like to play dumb. Let me help the struggle streamers get some content. Let me help the struggle streamers get some content. I'm just picking with you, my sister. I know you didn't mean no harm. We're going to have the Conscious Singles Convention. Y'all ready for the Conscious Singles Convention? The Conscious Singles Convention will be held at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We will not be teaching pretendian science and pretendian history. This is not a pretendian academy. I'm sorry. No disrespect to the pretendians out there. I've been wiping the desk for some time, huh? Is there a problem with me wiping the desk? Is there a problem with me wiping the desk, my brother? There's 20 desks in here because I want to keep the class size to 20. I want our class size to max out at 20. I want our class size to max out at 20, brothers and sisters. I don't want to give my teachers more than 20 FDMG Pan-Africanists. I don't want to give my teachers more than 20 FDMG Pan-Africanists. We want to max out at 20 in each class. Muhammad Ali could go on the wall. Of course, Muhammad Ali could go on the wall. He was not a Pan-Africanist, but Muhammad Ali made black beautiful almost by him damn self. I said Muhammad Ali the greatest. Muhammad Ali the greatest made black beautiful all by himself. James Brown, I'm black and I'm proud. Woo, look at that glass shine. You can see King Kong in the chair. Look at that. You can see the prince in the chair. Look at that. Woo-hoo. Look at that shine, brothers. You can see me in the seat, brothers and sisters. You can see me in the seat. You can't see me now, but when I'm done, you're going to see me. Watch this. I'm going to show y'all how this works. You can't see me now, but watch this. Let me show y'all how King Kong be shining it up. Let me show y'all how intercontinental Ifa Tunde. Let me show you how RB Jesus. Let me show you how the most relevant and the most requested black scholar, orator, warrior of the 21st century can do it. Woo-hoo. Look at that. You can see me now. You can look at it. Who ready for the FDMG revolution, brothers and sisters? Who ready for the FDMG I got a South African name. My South African
Do
name
y'all
is
know how slippery and greasy that CD is right now?
Nkosi Mabutu. Where my South Africans at? Where my Johannesburg Africans at? I'm still wiping the desk down. Is that a problem, my ninja? Is that a problem? Don't forget, we got the Black Parent Boot Camp, Camden, New Jersey, next Thursday, April 9th, from 4 to 8. And then April the 16th, from 4 until 8 for part.
Well, I'll say this, hell, the school ain't about to be open for at least another year, so that gloss gonna be done, set in and cured. All right, it's gonna leave a nice fine coat.
Man, listen here. I know how to clean. My mom clean houses for a living. That she did pass down. I know my cleaning products. That stuff there is thick. Yeah, you could about wax your car with that. You gonna sit on that seat and you just go. The kids just go keep sliding down. You're like, sit up straight in Dr. Umar's school. Like you done lubed up these daggone seats with oil lube, with orange lube.
The New Jersey, next Thursday, April 9th, from 4 to 8. And then April the 16th, from 4 until 8 for part 2. No excuses. You don't have to pay. It's Dr. Umar teaching the parents, to school, to special ed, to prison, to medication. If you need the flyer for Camden, text my phone. When your son come to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy for the first day, he never going to want to leave. When your son comes to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, when he sits in one of these seats, if your son is lucky enough to be amongst the chosen ones of FDMG, I said, if your son is lucky enough to be amongst the chosen ones at FDMG, he ain't never going to want to leave, brothers and sisters. See,
there you go. They either gonna love it or hate it. So, I mean, I would imagine it's gonna be pretty no nonsense. The kid is gonna be some structure. All right, they ain't gonna be allowed to act out. So if you're a bad kid, you definitely ain't gonna want to go here. It's gonna be too much structure.
And there you go, bad kid. See, I really too much.
Well, not go here. I guess maybe them are the kids they can give them structure. But if you are rebellious,
there you go. Yeah, if you ask me, a bad kid is just misunderstood and needs some love and care. But if you just rebellious, yeah, this still should be the best place for you. I would rather our own folks discipline our rebellious kids than what the white man got in store for him. You are Umar, the school to prison pipeline. Yeah, man, that's a real thing. Our kids need to be in an environment where you guys see that's the thing. You need strong leadership-minded men to start to really tackle the rebellious and the misunderstood. But salute to them. That orange glow ain't gonna do it though. You can put that orange glow down. Get some good teachers in there.
FDMG. He ain't never going to want to leave, brothers and sisters. See, these Negroes got a million questions for King Kong, but they ain't have no questions for the miseducation machine. Black children been getting miseducated for 407 years, and we don't say nothing to them school districts. We don't say nothing to them school districts. But we got a million questions for the prince. Damn hypocrites. Alexis, is that butterscotch African? Is that lemon African?
I would say, that part is true. That's kind of like the foundation of my gripes is like the hell with these public schools. I've been there. I was that miseducated kid. I know what the hell's going on. So yeah, I would like to see an alternative. We'll see. That could fail, but yeah, I know, man, to hell with them public schools for the most part.
Don't we both? Like they didn't care. I went off to college and I struggled. Why? Not because I was not a bad student. And shoot, I was, if anything, to some teachers, I was dang near considered a teacher's pet. I was a good kid in class for the most part. I was. And I still struggle. Why? Because as Mr. X is pointing out, them teachers didn't care about us, going to higher education and really excelling in our studies. They was there to collect a check. Yes, I ain't got no I wish I would, I wish I could have mentality. However, if we're going to play make-believe, if I could have chose between our school curriculum and this here, I would have been begging to plead to go be up under crazy Dr. Umar.
That buttercream African or is that snow bunny? No disrespect, Alexis. My eyes ain't they good, my beautiful sister. If that's a sister, Alexis 666. If it's not a sister, I say good day to you, ma'am. Alexis 66. Is that an African queen? Is that
Relax.
Is that a white chocolate African sister? Alexis,
Relax.
what is your race? Eat with Philly Phil. I see you, Philly Phil. Shout out to Philly Phil. She was holding the Prince down heavy when the struggle streamers and cyber thoughts was trying to take down the Prince. Shout out to Philly Phil. That's my girl. Alexis. Okay, so Alexis is a lighter skinned sister. My apologies, Alexis. I was just trying to get clarity, my sister. I love our sisters of all colors and all flavors. One of my wives might be a buttercream, light-skinned, beautiful African queen. I don't care how dark your skin is. I care how black your heart is. You heard that? The blackness is in your heart. It's in your commitment. Okay, look at El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. He was light-skinned, but he was dedicated to the liberation of all African people. We done for the day, brothers and sisters. We done this classroom. We got about 5 more classrooms to go. What do y'all think? Did I do a good job? Is we shining or is we shining, brothers and sisters? Will your son be chosen to sit inside the sacred classrooms of the Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, RBG, International Leadership Academy for Pan-African excellence? This is not a game. We have to liberate the race one black boy at a time. This is not a game. We have to liberate the race one black boy at a time.
So here we go. This is it. Umar said this is it. Until we get some more alternatives. This ain't the end all be all. We still waiting. I know I am. I'm waiting for Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, the people with the real money on. I'm waiting for them to start a school system for black folks. So I think Umar is just laying out the blueprint for somebody else to grab the baton, maybe buy his school from him and do something with it.
You see, but it ain't gonna be the same. If Oprah or Tyler Perry come in there, they gonna get funding, and the curriculum is going to be what it's gonna be. Matter of fact, I think Oprah got something to do with the charter school my kids go to. Yeah, see, yeah, Oprah, they out here doing stuff.
So the question is, are we doomed? What's the answer? What's the solution?
This is the start. We gotta give. I ain't gotta do. Y'all gotta do nothing. I believe we gotta give some credit to Dr. Umar. I believe that the Oprahs and the Tyler Perrys need to become angel investors. Just because I know y'all can't let y'all sponsors and folks know y'all supporting Dr. Umar. Go ahead, slide him a couple mil. Y'all got under the table and let him rock out. But yeah, they can't be involved because then the curriculum is gonna have stipulations and definitely ain't gonna be no Pan-African karate, whatever that is. But yeah, I think folks need to get behind them.
I mean, do we just continue to send our children to these public schools where they being miseducated, graduating, reading at a 4th grade level? Y'all see that school Glorilla and them went to? They can't do mathematics, read, nothing. So, I mean, for the most part, it's getting bad. They closing a lot of these schools. It ain't going to listen. The kids going to be teaching themselves pretty soon.
In the worst environments. That's what the kids that are going to be forced to teach themselves going to be in the worst non-nurturing environments. You know, my family, we are taking on the task of homeschooling at some point. So yeah, we didn't had it. We acknowledge this, that they're miseducating our kids. And salute to my family, my in-laws. We are going to take on the task of homeschooling. Salute to them for having. I'm married to a family educators. God blessings. My goodness, I'm just gonna be standing by. I'll be the gym teacher. But outside of that, again, Dr. Umar, this is it. Listen, it's not gonna be perfect. You know, it's not gonna be a perfect system. He a little thirsty. However, like I said, it ain't gotta have faith. You ain't gotta trust him. There's enough eyes on him where a brother like this got to do right. That's my thoughts. That's my belief.
Or it's bigger than him. That's my thoughts on it. I think Umar is small fries. This should inspire and create competition. You know, where are the great black folks at with the money and the ideas? Like Umar might have started, granted, this could all be a joke. Now, where the serious people at? Grab the bull by the horns. Now that he jumped on the bull and got kicked off, you jump on it and show us the way. Somebody, because granted, it may not be Umar. I don't care too much about him. I'm just looking for a solution.
There you go. Yes, same here. Take the character that's Umar out of it. He did the work and got this far. There you go. We'll see, man. We shall see.
Until then, we're going to put Umar in the pit with a static rope until the school open.
You'll be all right, Umar. Hang on to the wall, brother, and get the school built. We'll get you back out.
Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me? Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
That'll be the move, man. We need more funding. We got to understand, like I said earlier, everything in America, you got to pay. There's got to cost. Stuff like this, money is going to be gone. It ain't about folks getting rich and turning profits. In order for us, I believe, to get something like Dr. Umar school off the ground and really going, we got to go against the American way of always looking for a profit for our work. We are working for the kids. Sacrifices are going to have to be made some way. So
that's all right. Stay tuned. All right. We over here putting in the work. If God continue to bless us, and if he really bless us in an abundance and give me and Mr. Walker some wealth, we're going to show y'all. We're going to walk it how we talk it.
100%. It's in my soul, baby. Yes. Gavin X and I, we've been active amongst the youth in our community. Mr. X was a coach. I go to my elementary school, read to the kids during Black History Month and other things. Yeah, we big on walking it like we talking. There ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah! Boom,
Appreciate you, brother Sean Miller. Says, Walker, send him $1 for every room you see. Got 2 rooms, $2. Oh, mean, man. Appreciate you, brother Sean. Says the boy's gonna play paper football on the desk. Hey, perhaps bring that back. That was the joint, little rectangle football. Shout out to brother Sean. Says the solution is to get a male school from age 14 to 22. We got to bring back strong men. I think Umar, he pander a little bit.
I mean, that's kind of like vague though. I mean, who gonna do it? That's why I keep saying we can sit here and say these things, but somebody got to put it into action. He the only one I see, even though he FUBAR. But yeah, we gotta. I know people say, "Oh, LeBron got that charter school and this and that," but those are not schools for Black people. So yeah, not in the way we would want.
Exactly. Like I said, there's funding and there's a certain curriculum. They may turn on athletes and stuff like that. I would imagine. I don't know much about the school, but they ain't in there teaching knowledge of self. You see what I'm saying? They still learn about Johnny Appleseed too.
Man, so yeah, on a large scale, I don't think it would ever happen on a large scale, unfortunately. Not in our community. We gonna be stricken by the public school system until they all close, and then we're gonna have to figure it out from there.
And they closing fast.
So, man. So as we keep going tonight, we ain't done. We talking about we're too divided. And unity might not be enough, not just in the school, but in the dating market. Let's go over to the love world.
Uh-oh.
Why so many wealthy Black men marry women from other races?
Go.
All right, first, let's go with the superficial reasons. Many Black men believe that white women are the prize. So they prefer to get the prize if they can.
Man. You're a liar. That's a lie. The woman you feel in you is the devil. Why? The devil is the spirit of a lie.
Yes.
Huh? You're a liar.
Stop that. All right. It's such a small percentage. The thing is, if y'all see one man do it, I'm like, see? But it's not really as many as y'all think. I think, like you said, y'all counting every one, and it's heartbreaking every time y'all see it.
There you go. And the Black wealthy men do choose other races. Come on, you talking about superficial? Let's stay on superficial. the majority of those wealthy black men, they ain't the tallest. They ain't got bulging muscles. They ain't got street smarts. They ain't street savvy. They ain't got a mouthpiece on them. And melanated sisters don't desire them. Plain and freaking simple. So how about that's the truth? That's what we have observed. Next question, Nana.
Rise if they can. You know, black women have been put down for ages as if we don't have much value as far as our own men are concerned. So they choose to date women from other races. Now, I've heard men say that women from other races are easier.
Yes.
They're not combative.
Yes.
You know, they submit.
Yes.
Their man is everything. They take care of him. The thing about that is black women do that too. Like I said, the superficial reasons. Now, the other superficial reason, I think it comes from slavery, because the white woman has always been forbidden fruit to the black man. So if they can get a white woman or marry a white woman, now they feel uplifted. You know, they feel like they are equal. And maybe these women allow them to be in full control.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
Quit trying to be a part of the gender war, Grandma. I don't think it's a man problem. It's just black people, and it's a small percentage. Anybody who operates like that, it could be man or woman. So it's not like, I mean, we're about to get into it. We're going to show y'all, but yeah, it's a small percentage of our community that do think white man's ice is colder. And granted, they have to F around and find out.
True. There is some truth there. Some. I cannot believe, due to observable reality, that that's the majority. And you said it. First, you said, oh, you say that other races are more cooperative, more submissive. Those two things are so big, and y'all don't want to acknowledge it. What rich or wealthy man is going to come home to a combative woman? None. Zero. And you hear what she said? Oh, those other women, they will allow you to have full control. That's y'all problem. Y'all are not comfortable falling under the instruction or full control, however you want to word it, of your man. You still want to tell a rich man what to do in a non-feminine nature. So you are the problem, Nana, with your nice teeth.
So here we go. Yeah, Nana come up here talking this, but one thing we know in the news right now is it's not black men, it's black women. And this influencer, Ashley Janae, you know, her old tweets are resurfacing that she was warned she would be deleted by her fiance, and she still doubled down that white man's ice was colder. So it's not black men, auntie, it be y'all most times.
May this sister rest in peace. Terrible, 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 man. Stop that, sisters. Y'all got to get past the hate for your black man. Us holding y'all accountable, telling that what y'all are doing is wrong, that's not bashing. That's not hate. We are trying to correct y'all terrible behavior. But y'all say that's controlling, and y'all ain't having that. Hence, men going to women of other races. It's a very simple equation, Nana.
So here we go. Hit the like button.
Certainty, mystery, anger, sadness. It's like a part of me has been taken away.
On April 5th, influencer Ashley Robinson, who goes by Ashley Janae on social media, was celebrating her 31st birthday in Zanzibar, Tanzania. She was on the vacation with her boyfriend of 1 year, who popped the question just 2 days before.
We believe that they were in love. We believe that their relationship was genuine.
Ashley's mother says she never would have expected that less than a week later, her daughter would be dead. On April 8th, she says Ashley called saying she and her fiance got into an argument and were moved to separate rooms. The next day, she received another call, this time from her fiance.
He told me that Ashley did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital. I said, what happened when? And he told me it had been 11 hours prior.
Hours later.
Yeah. There we go. Brad, look at him. And it's been a lot come out about this dude since. So, but you know, he called the mom and say she gone that fast. They talked to her one day, next day, they got into an argument, a huge argument. And then he called her and say she gone.
Insecurity all on this ninja's face. I got my theory. He thought that she was giving some other brother maybe the daggone bellhop room service, being too polite, being too kind. This is an insecure white man. Look at him. That's why all half the pictures he looking at her all crazy. He's smitten with her. He's obsessed. Out to Sister Ebony Dean. He's obsessed with her. And this is extremely, extremely unfortunate. May the sister rest in peace. It's a terrible story.
Later, the luxury hotel the couple was staying at called saying Ashley passed away. According to the hospital's medical report, Ashley had an unidentified mark around her neck. They wrote, quote, according to the husband, he found she hanged herself on the door with several question marks.
Sometime Jill went back to the room with security, and that's how they found her.
Ashley was also taken to a second hospital who listed her cause of death as cerebral hypoxia by strangulation and suffocation.
She's never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do something to harm herself.
She was not just going to be discarded and forgotten about. Uncertainty, mystery, anger.
All right, you guys. So the family of Ashley Janae, whose real name is Ashley Robinson, they have spoken out. They did an interview with the news last night, and they've cleared up a lot of information that has been put out by the authorities in Africa. So Ashley's parents, they're saying that they talked to Ashley throughout the time that she was in Africa. They talked to her after the proposal on April 3rd. They talked to her on her birthday on April 5th. And on April 8th, they got a call from Ashley saying that her and Joe had gotten into this very bad argument and they had separated rooms. Now, we know authorities have also confirmed this information about them being in separate rooms. Now, what's strange is that very next day, which is April 9th, Ashley's mom received a call from Joe. And Joe told her that Ashley was in the hospital and that she had did something to herself. When they asked Joe around what time did this take place, he told them it took place around 11 hours prior. Now, let's remember, Ashley's mom had just talked.
Yeah, I don't know, 11 hours ago. Yeah, y'all figure it out. So it's unfortunate. You know, we're going to get a little deeper into this because there's obviously two sides to this story. There's obviously the tragedy, but you know, there's warning signs. So maybe we can save some young sisters in the future from making these same mistakes.
Many warning signs. It is grim and dark how social media was calling out his mannerisms via still photos, and they were right. You know what I mean? Like, we talk about this. I've said it at least. An unhinged, emotionally unstable man is very dangerous. There is no room for that. There is no in between. Man getting all violent, yelling at you women. Don't think that ain't love. No, there's something there and it could be devastating. So just, we got to learn from these mistakes. That's how sisters, that's how you honor her memory. Don't make the same mistake.
Talked to her the day prior. She knew about the argument. She knew about all of this. Now, during this interview, her family was still adamant that Ashley did not do this to herself, and they still want a further investigation.
So I don't know if you heard about this black girl, young black girl who was dating this white man who looked like a skinhead. She was found dead in the hotel room, hanging. The white boyfriend decides to report it weeks after she dies. And they show a video of them, you know, being cute, you know, the interracial, cute, dumb videos that people do. So he doesn't know how it happened. We're supposed to believe that he didn't do this. See, this is that type where, and I don't wish death on anybody. I think it's disgusting and up that she had.
So I heard Godfrey saying weeks, but they say it was at least 2 days, you know, before he notified the authorities, the people here and all that. So he was getting his ducks in a row, and they come to find out that this dude does work for Microsoft. He's a, you know, hedge fund. He be working with crypto and a lot of different stuff. And his net worth is like $45 million. So he got some money, but they say there's something shaky about him. He's losing money. So the company that he had, I guess it was making money last or in 2024, but I guess 2025 was a bad year for him. So he's going broke. So this could be part of people find out that he's actually going broke and he's insecure right now.
Bingo. A ninja like this only got the attention of a sister like this because of what he can give her. Not what he got, what he can give her. And he like, look, these $10,000, first class private jet seats. He like, we can't keep doing that. Then she get an attitude. Well, you promised me, Birkin. You promised me the finest things. He like, my stock is down. She's like, well, Jim's stock ain't down. And Jim said, I'm cute. It ain't funny because she passed away, but these be those black pills getting passed out. Stay away from unhinged men, sisters.
To suffer this and her family. My thing is that I'm glad it's not a black dude because black men get so much bad and negative stereotypes that we ain't when it comes to relationships and stuff like that. That when I see this happens, this type of happening, and it's a white man, I go, oh, now look. What do you guys have to say now? Because bad people come in all races. I'm not saying this to appease you. This is real. Bad people come in all races, but for some reason, black men just they're the fucking worst. Just the worst. But then people go to the other side and the same happens. I'm really happy that it wasn't a black man. Because when it's other races, non-black men that do this up shit, I go, finally, some relief for us. And I feel bad for this woman and her family. And I believe that this bald-headed, thumb-looking son of a bitch did it. You guys let me know.
Majority of black men are obsessed with seeing black women struggle. They do not feel like you're worthy or that you are worth anything until you struggle because they have seen their black mothers struggle for their entire lives. I just left Ashley Janae's Instagram page. When I tell you the comments were so gut-wrenching and disturbing to even read. The whole comment section is full of black men saying, ha ha, that's what y'all get. Y'all said go where you're loved, right? They're literally bashing this young lady that passed away. They are calling black women every word in the book on there. And the saddest part about it all is the fact that there are white men in the comment sections literally proving our point when it comes to black men saying, well, she's damned if she do, damned if she don't, because look at how y'all are even reacting.
Yeah, so here we go. All right, I get it. There's a gender war outside. No man is safe. So here we are. This is not unprompted. That's the thing. I get it. She got a history on the internet, as y'all can see. Ashley, her tweets have surfaced. Back then, she said she always wanted a mixed baby. So that's part of it. So now they're bringing out mixed babies are so cute. I've been saying since I was in the 3rd grade, my children will be mixed. My baby is going to be mixed when I have children. So, she been claiming that she like white men and she been saying stuff. Oh, brother, I see. So some dude in the comments and she responding to him. Oh, I see 305 in your bio, which y'all know is Miami. He says, let's talk about all the Miami men, not white, beating their women still. Or is it too touchy? So she be rage baiting, talking about what black man doing? Y'all always destroying stuff. And making little snide remarks, and there's a reason. So we got a video here that I haven't seen anybody else play, and we gonna sort of get to the root of her hurt, perhaps.
There we go, because hurt is here. My goodness gracious, post sister, and I don't like that sister from the last video. This ninja here most likely deleted her. Most likely, that's what's crazy. In a situation like this, the love interest, man or woman, is always the number one suspect. But all of a sudden, it was just an accident. Most likely, allegedly, he did it. But that woman gonna come up here and she'll sit here and touch on that. No, she decided to still say that black men are still the problem, and a whole white man is the number one suspect in the most heinous situation. Y'all got to stop.
That part. So here we go. I'm gonna let this keep going. There's more here. Hit the like button.
to the fact that this black woman decided to go where she felt like she was loved at. If we were to circle back to my original statement, it almost feels like black men really want to see black women struggle to earn the type of love they feel like black women deserve. When black women easily are praised and they're easily loved and they're easily getting these materialistic things, it really bothers them. And so the only narrative they like to come up with is, oh, well, she's going to end up unalived anyway. Oh, why would you want to lay down with your master anyway? All of these things, they get so racist and they get so enraged. And what's so wild is those same black men would date outside their race because they don't like to be a man. And then all the excuses black men have for other black men, when you tell black men, oh, you know, I was in all toxic relationships when I was dealing with black men, and I was in DV situations and etc. Now they want to say, oh, you just don't know how to pick them. You was choosing little boys. That's your issue.
Well, here we go. There's a gender war going on. So the problem, I don't agree with it on either side. All right, especially not when we bringing the Reaper into the room. But I think these women are prisoners of the moment. All right, because y'all remember this. Y'all remember Tailbone Ratkins. He was unalived by his girlfriend last year. However, after several comments made by black women surfaced, it was kind of the same thing on the other side. So black women was like, oh, that's what you get for divesting. I think it's the gender war. I think it's all problematic, man. And we talking about we're too divided. This tonight's show is more of the divide.
And what causes this kind of vitriol? Look at this. Melanated women saw a melanated brother that they would not mind dealing with. And melanated brother saw a melanated sister that they would not mind dealing with. And since these two hurt parties can't have them, they celebrated. Folks out here celebrating deletions. I suggest that we stop that. Did we not see how heinous that was whenever Vivica Fox and the rest of hyenas cheered over KS's passing? That's heinous. I don't believe in going lower. Not in this instance. If we are going to ever utilize the thought of killing them with kindness, let's apply that to our sisters. Because golly, we, like Mr. X said, I ain't cheering for nobody who wants to Reaper into the room. The deed is done. Their journey is.
I would say the net of it, you know, for black folks, if you are choosing to date out, leave it at that. So one thing that these two melanated folks had in common is you don't have to ish on your own people. So I get where the outrage comes from, but man, we do got to understand death, and all of that. So just let it be. Like I said, rest in peace to the Godfather. It was unclassy when people talk about him. And it's just, like I said, I don't cross that line. But this brother here, he made tweets about black women or how he loved white women. And she did the same thing about white men. And then in their demise, people are, granted. So I get it. I get it all, man. Just be careful.
That's all. And dare to be better. I don't know. Dare, like I said, dare to delete them with kindness. Like, it is only one way that is going to stop dealing with the hyenas. Don't let them have an effect on your life. And maybe the madness and the hate will die down. I don't know. We grasping for straws for solutions. What y'all got?
So here we are. I'm going to let this keep going. Hit the like button.
Okay, well, why can't it be the same scenario when it comes to you dating outside your race? Oh, but let y'all have 1-2 bad experiences with black women. Now it's all black women are the same. They all ghetto. They all ratchet. They all loud. They all do too much. Oh, they all force me to be a real man. Not to mention, okay, so if me picking is the issue out of all of this, okay, so what if I pick the perfect white man? What if I pick the perfect Asian man? What if I pick the perfect Chinese man? Now what?
You don't want them.
Like, what is the issue now? Like, it's like, bro, and what I find so crazy is black men don't got a problem with nobody else who date outside the race but their own kind. Literally. They don't have a problem with nobody else. Let an Asian chick decide to date outside her race. They not bothered by them. Why? Because it's none of their business. Just like black women, it is none of their business either.
Black men's amusement when a black woman's life is taken from her needs to be studied. And no, it's not just because her man is white.
You see what I'm saying?
Hell!
y'all just prisoners of the moment. Y'all celebrated, rest in peace to the Godfather, rest in peace Kobe Bryant, so many other people. Like I said, that Telbo Rackins guy. Y'all be celebrating all of that. It's just an unfortunate gender war going on, and some folks will take it further than others, and here we are.
And then we in the gutter muck now. We are laughing at people's passings, and I don't know nothing about it. And that sister talking about, oh, what if I find a perfect white man, perfect Asian man? Y'all there ain't a black woman on earth that has fantasized about Ming, Ling, Chow Ming, none of that. Not a single one on earth. Y'all know the stereotype, and it stands to be true. What little Ming gonna do for y'all in between the sheets? Stop that. Talk about y'all hypergamous nature. Y'all only got one mate. That's us.
Because her man is white. Her man being white is why they feel confident enough to play around in the comment section. They look for confirmation biases for them to go, you see, she deserved her life being taken. You see, we don't care because XYZ. And they found the perfect bait. Her not being with a black man. Even though statistically, even though a black woman's biggest predator, but they will go in the comment sections and make fun, act like they don't care. Well, they don't care. Laugh and argue with other black women because... for what? You're happy that she's gone? You're mad because she wasn't with a black man? You think it's funny because why? The internal hatred, jealousy, and envy that some of y'all have against black women needs to be studied. Because the second a black woman is down, the second that she is experiencing something traumatic in her life or her life is taken, you guys find the opportunity to laugh and show your true colors. And what's crazy to me is that 90% of these black men that are laughing in these comment sections do have or will have black daughters one day. There will be a black woman out there somewhere who will give that man a child while he is rejoicing the unaliving of a black woman.
Man.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts.
You gotta stop, sister. Like I said, stop pointing fingers when y'all do it the most. Like Grant is always ugly. Like say it is, but this woman was saying wild stuff, so she created a lot of enemies in her life. So I get it, but yeah, I think we do have to draw a line with mortality.
There we go. And to be fair now, we don't mind acknowledging when we need to change some of our ways. However, melanated women threw this gauntlet in the ring first with KS. Like that was nationwide. Y'all cheered that man. He wasn't talking bad about melanated sisters. That brother was so classy. Do y'all realize that he would sit there and hold sisters accountable all day? But as soon as some woman that was older than him, some of y'all seen the video. Some 70-year-old grandma come up there talking crazy. Kev, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Respect. No hate, no vitriol. You old nana, have your way. That's respect. Y'all have zero respect for your black man unless he licking y'all damn boots. Sisters, y'all are the biggest part of this problem. Y'all cheered for the Grim Reaper first. Know that. Appreciate you, brother EV Ray. Says, and these the same people that cheered KS is passing. I can't stress that enough.
There you go. But then, like you say, granted, just take notes. I don't necessarily agree with stooping to their level because they thoughts ain't my thoughts. They moral compass ain't my moral compass. So granted, I see how low they went, but yeah, I ain't willing to go that low and compromise my integrity.
Amen. This is bigger than just us as humans, man. You gotta answer for that energy. That's wicked energy putting out there cheering for somebody's passing. That is really dark. That ain't even of our culture. And see, as black people, do y'all not understand how bad that disconnect is? Oh my goodness, you do not sit there and taunt the deceased. Wicked work.
There you go. Yeah, so I don't believe in wishing, or I will bring the Reaper to your door personally. I believe in that. Yeah, if I ain't got to sit around and wish nothing on nobody, I would do it myself. All right. But I ain't wishing all of that. That's wicked. But if somebody do something to your kids or something, granted, you're going to do what you got to do. I'll turn into the reaper, but I can't be wishing because of words and whatnot.
There you go. Wishing and putting that energy out there. I was trying to tell somebody else that used to rock with us a while back about that. That is like ingesting poison and waiting for the other person to get sick. You are going to have a negative effect from that energy you are harvesting. Don't do it. Appreciate you, Omni Design Studios. Says when you follow the money, the devil will collect his fee eventually.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Man, big shout out to Petty Sama, always coming through with big support, coming through per usual with those 10 Truth Over Lies memberships. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you. Like I said, always coming through.
Come on, just bring it. I need you to stand up while y'all not moving. Come on. Don't make me push. Don't make me push. Thank you, sir. There go money. She touching you. Where they get that money? Where they get that money? I can see money from a long way.
Elder Gregory Kelly,
That's right. Come on.
$100.
Everybody get something in your hand. Come on and put it right here.
Elder Petty Sama, 10 memberships.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Appreciate you, brother. Divine Photos, the Book of Divine, says the mainstream media Netflix want to scrutinize the red pill when they really should make a documentary about divestors. Yeah, they already got a documentary about the red pill.
So here we go. Like I said, this woman been putting out all kind of tweets over the years, creating enemies, but we got a bombshell here. We say it all the time. There's a root cause for all villains are created. We talk about Bane and the Joker and lots of these characters. Villains are created from something.
Amen. I second that motion. They don't just spawn out of nowhere. There's human influence to every villain.
So here we go. Hit the like button.
Of a black woman.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? You know, we keeping it organic. Me and my little chocolate Easter bunny. Babe, stop playing. Babe, you know I'm sensitive, babe. We about to get in a lick. This her car. She just came for to pick me up.
Something like, not too crazy.
She from Philly, so you know she crazy. She toxic. She might stab you. You might stab me in my sleep.
I'm not
you
toxic.
Told me if I take my hands off, you gonna beat me up.
Because I'm good with my hands.
I ain't gonna trouble. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day.
Yeah. So this has surfaced. I ain't seen nobody else play this. I said, man, this is from 2023. So this was 3 years ago. She's been with this white dude for 1 year since last year. But she was talking to Kevin Gates 3 years ago. All right, this is a woman that says she don't like black men and she want white babies. She done dealt with men like Kevin Gates and they done turned her into a villain. All right, y'all see, she done got her heart broke. So in 2023, she was spotted hanging out with Kevin Gates. He said that's his boo. All right, about 2025, she with this white guy claiming she don't like black men.
Told y'all. We keep telling y'all, correct us when we wrong, my baby. She wasn't just dealing with any brother. She was dealing with Kevin Grande Toxic Nug Gates himself. You can't come back from that. I bet, man, this nigga toxic as the day is long. Listen to his music. Man,
how you go from Kevin Gates to this skinhead?
You don't. And not mentally. Her hypergamy did. Her kuda.
And we start off the show, Mr. Walker, talking about Chilli. Same thing. How you go from Usher to these? Y'all women, we know y'all true desires.
They are tormented souls. God made his sister rest in peace. But I truly believe situations like this, why it happened. He probably saw some old video clip. You with Gates? Mr. Jamming meat to your esophagus, Gates? Man, he got the wildest songs. It's crazy. And now Mr. insecure rich white man gotta eat that? He can't. He's like, what was Gates doing to you? Matter of fact, you ain't gotta tell me. Gates gonna let you know what he's doing. Chill, big brother. You know what I'm saying? I was just getting her chakras in order. You know, I had to realign her chakras.
No bread, no water, just meat.
So here we go. Kevin Gates was getting a coup de grace probably for free. She probably was paying for dates and hotels. Meanwhile, Brad got to spend all his money. He going broke. All right, his business going under. He's spending $20,000 flights on private planes, private villas. They said it was $1,000 a night just to stay there, not including food and all that. So, you know, he's spending all this money for this coup de grace that the ninjas is getting for nothing. And he dropped down on a knee. He proposed to her on this trip. So don't know.
Brad's hold on this sister was only because of the money and the shiny things he could supply. Gates, his money going. He can start. He ain't got to keep winding down to you because he got bedroom thrills for you that Brad can't match. We are going to continue to acknowledge that these women demand to be sexually satiated. And if you can't, you're just going to be a pay pig, how Brad probably was. But Gates, like I said, the black man, the melanated man, we got rhythm in our spine. There's something to it. It's undeniable. And here we are.
My little chocolate Easter bunny. Me and my little chocolate Easter bunny. Babe, stop playing. Babe, you know I'm sensitive, babe. We about to get in a lick. This her car. She just came for to pick me up.
Something like, not too crazy.
She from Philly, so you know she crazy. She toxic. She might stab you. You might stab me in my sleep. You told me if I take my hands off, you gonna
think about that. She toxic. She might stab me in my sleep. She from Philly. So, and I've seen some of her other Instagram videos. We don't have them tonight, but yeah, she's very ratchet. She had that Bonquisha spirit. And I don't know how Brad, he was not taming her. So she probably was flying off the handle because I've seen some of her videos.
Thank you. He could not control her. Her little man in the boat was not impressed with what Brad had going on. We got to acknowledge that if you cannot sexually satisfy your woman, she gonna disrespect you. It's gonna go. I don't care how feminine or demure she may be. She get enough sexual frustration. Brothers out there, they tend to get to talk crazy. Hence the term act right. You got to give them some act right.
beat me up.
Because I'm good with my hands.
I ain't gonna trouble. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day.
So that's it. That was our bombshell on the whole case. You know, it's very unfortunate. Rest in peace to this young sister. Like I said, definitely don't deserve deletion. You know, I know a handful of people that do on this earth right now. You know, brother that jumped on Trayvon Martin. There's more people out here that deserve different stuff. I'll say that. But, you know, I would say not this, not for her tweets or whatever.
Absolutely not. And then that fashion, saying they found her hung or whatever, absolutely heinous, man. Heinous. Our prayers and thoughts go out to her family, folks that's dealing with this ripple effect, ain't getting answers. Man, I know they raging mad. This sister out here, you know, traveling world, they think she got some fairy tale situation going on. Now they at a funeral with unanswered questions. That is not okay. May she rest in peace.
So with that, we're going to put Brad back in the pit.
Yeah, bye, Ninja.
Madness. Fuck is you talking about? This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me?
Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Yeah, listen, I knew what I was talking about. Soon as I seen that Ninja, the way he was looking, that's jealousy. Ain't nothing worse, ain't nothing more cringe than a jealous man. Never understood that. Get yourself together, be you. and be happy, be okay with that, because you got to be. When you ain't okay with who you are and you too worried about another ninja, I think that's Rainbow worried about another ninja. Like this is what happens. You end up unhinged like Brad there. You can have all the money, you can have all of the praise and stuff from your peers, but if you are not comfortable with who you are within, you ain't good to no woman.
There we go. And
appreciate you, brother Divine. Says the mainstream media, Netflix want us to screw. I got that. Appreciate you, brother Sean, coming through this evening. Says you missed my chat, fellas. What'd you say, Sean?
Okay, we got this one.
Yeah, we got that one. Middle school age, yep.
I don't think we got any more here.
Got that one. The paper football throwback. Yeah, got that one. Shout out to brother Sean. Says he know that's good enough for 2 more years. Got all of them, Sean.
So there we go. Unless it didn't save, brother, but let us know what it was. But as far as that woman goes, it's unfortunate. All right, all night we've been talking about we're too divided, and unity might not be enough. We've been up here all night cooking, and we started out here trying to get back to family, and that's always going to be our message first and foremost, and we got to do away with the right side of that picture. That's not our culture.
At all. Here we go. Shout out to brother Sean. He wanted a prenup, and she didn't. And she didn't the Dak saga. Oh, okay. So you think that's why the prenup? Possibly. Good point there, Sean Miller. We found that one. Either prenup or baby. Somebody said that. Brad was marrying her for whatever optics. That's just what they do. And in the business world, we don't really touch on it, but when you are married, that does make you look better amongst your peers up there. It shows that you got structure. You can lead a woman. It is in your benefit. Shout out to you, Sean. I hear you. But back to this, yes. See, but the problem is, Mr. X, like you said, that right side of this picture, the club and Halika, that's what they like. Kevin Gates and them over there, Mr. X. Boosie and young Scrappy, the fun over there. Over here to the left, that's boring. That's calm. Those are lazy Sundays with wine and cigars on the back porch watching the sunset. That sounds like heaven to me, but to the modern sister, boring.
That's it, man. It's all about pouring into the babies, not being selfish. I see what you see on the right side of the screen are selfish individuals, men and women, not making any sacrifices. And on the left side, people who are making the sacrifices for the next generations, people who want to live forever. The people on the right side of the screen will be deleted before the age of 40 and forgotten. But on the left side, you could build legacies and you live forever through your children, your grandchildren, and other people in the community just doing the right thing.
Amen, Mr. X. On the right side, you have immature adolescent fun and thrills. There is no golden years on that right side. The left side, yes, it is sacrifice, but there's fulfillment. That's the biggest thing, and I must stress that. There is no fulfillment on the right side. Zero. Only thing you're going to end up doing is going through a healing season in your midlife crisis and trying to make up for lost times. The most wealthy men will say, they say, what is true success? I've seen the videos, I've seen the reels. What's true success? They ask these men, how do you measure success? And the one man sitting in his, big old wooden and leather clad library sitting there. He said, you want to know what success is? He said, success is when your grown kids come back home for the holiday. Whoa. This man got private jets, Rolls Royces, but he dare say, he said, that's really when you win. That level of fulfillment, knowing that you have done right by yourself, your loved ones, and your respected peers. That don't exist on the right side of that screen. As Mr. X said, pure self-serving behavior. You will regret it in your later years.
That's it. And it all comes with age and wisdom. Get old, and figure out life. That's just what it all comes to. We all been there. I'm glad I got to being a father at this moment in my life instead of as a younger, ignorant man, because we were misguided. But at this moment in life, it's a wonderful thing to be a father and pour into your kids, and sacrifice. I don't have any worldly wants for myself. I just want to pour into my kids and watch them take the baton and do something great with it. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like if I would have half the parenting that I'm pouring in, I wouldn't even be up here. I'd be doing something much greater. But I'm excited to see what they gonna do.
Amen, Mr. X. That's why you just said that like that. I said the same thing to my father-in-law the other night. We was chilling, having a bourbon, and I said, I said, think about that. I'm not a what should have, what could have happened guy. But like Mr. X said, when you are raising your son up, your daughters up the right way, you can't help but compare the now to what used to be. You can't. And that's a very real thought. And again, back to the fulfillment, like you said, you start to get rid of it's maturity. I get it. You could not tell me I would feel and move this way in my 20s. I say, get out my face. No. But when we have as black men, when we have the luxury of living to a mature age, 35 plus, your heart shift, you change, you are altered, especially whenever kids and family come into it. Like Mr. X said, you start to relinquish those selfish things. I like me a motorcycle. I want a motorcycle pretty bad, but I can't justify it. Not because of financial reasons, because of the risk. You see what I'm saying? I'm smart. I know what's is dangerous out there. Who am I to do something like that and find myself on the wrong end of some drunk driver? It happens way too often. And I got to try to explain this or not to my family. No, trust me, live long enough and you will relinquish those selfish thoughts, those selfish desires. You get more pleasure and fulfillment out of living vicariously in a healthy way through your kids, pouring into them. My thought is this, and it will not change. It's our job as men to work ourselves out of a job. That's how you get fulfillment. When you take your last breath and you know that business, life, structure, and your standard of living will continue on long after you are gone. That's better than winning any football game to me. That's what it's all about.
There we go. Yeah! So at the end of the day, folks, we talking about we're too divided. I think that is true. And unity might not be enough. I don't believe that. I think there's still hope out there. We even had a little bit of hope for Umar. So just keep hope alive. Shout out to Brother Fred Hampton Jr. Earlier in the show, he was up here preaching. Rest in peace to all the Black Panthers and all the ancestors. We come from greatness. We got to keep moving the needle, folks.
That's it. And we continue, and we continue to say it, and we will continue to walk it like we talk it, man. Mr. X and Mr. Walker ain't up here just talking and not living these things. It blows my mind, but I'm still a little gullible in that sense. I believe folks come up here and they be telling the truth. A lot of folks don't, and that's unfortunate. But y'all ain't got to worry. Only thing y'all gonna get from these backwoods country boys is some truth, some criticism, and a little bit of dark humor. But it ain't gonna be no daggone lies. Appreciate you, brother Sean Miller. Appreciate you, brother. Says, this is a pick is my top 3 reasons why the culture is falling. Men started disrespecting women in rap music, and now women are emulating the same attitude. It's a lot of factors, brother Sean. It's a lot of factors.
There we go.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
And shout out to the brother Devon. I see you said O'Shea just reported they holding that white guy for questioning. So we're going to do more. All right. We're going to keep our eye on this as the week progresses. We'll be back up here Thursday night for Single by Choices. and we'll probably talk about it again. We'll be back Saturday for the Regal Rumble, and if it still got legs, we may talk about it again.
Yeah, that's good. That's at least, don't let that dude just go, oh, it's an accident or a self-deletion. Thank goodness, at the very least, they're using their common sense and are looking at him as the daggone primary suspect. But we appreciate y'all coming through this evening. Salute to Truth Over Last Nation coming through, supporting the channel, supporting your interests, supporting beautiful Black media. Y'all hear our conversation. Y'all see the vibes. We are talking, having conversation, doing our best to move our culture forward. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. If y'all already have not, make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out and share this content. It is what it is, the powers that be. YouTube ain't too fond of these conversations. So share the information, get it on out there, please and thank you.
Money, 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 money.
Shout out to Uncle Caesar. Appreciate you, OG. Good to see you, man. Says, I'm Gen X. Made money, lost it, and made it again. Left my family and house on the lake, but my greatest accomplishment was watching all my daughters graduate from college with no kids or addictions. Amen. That's fulfillment. I feel you, Uncle C's.
Man.
Straight like that, straight like that, straight like that, straight.
Shout out to Uncle C's. That's definitely 100 right there. And that's a good note to end on. So we've been talking about tonight. We're divided. That is true. But I believe we are coming closer together with conversations like this.
That's it. Hopefully these backwoods, these student country boys can be a good example out there, huh? We trying. It's got to stand for something.
So we appreciate y'all, Sister Nais. All right, C. Bogan. Shout out to everybody came through supporting the show tonight. Like I say, we will be back up here Thursday. And make sure y'all go over to the Patreon. If you missed out on last night's show, we did a hell of a show last night in the Patreon. And we talked about a lot.
If you want to know the perks of dealing with a big guy, check out last night's Patreon show. It's exciting.
So there you go. So leaving here, you can go check that out. And that should get y'all through the night. And we'll be back up here Thursday for Single by Choices.
See you jive chickens then. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
So until then, I'm Gavin X.
I am Mr. Walker.
And we are Cart Before the Horse Productions.
A good evening.
We're trying to get you old now, viral online.
Truthful lies, say it loud, say it clear. Left the streets when you need you here. Quarters of vision, fit your focus, kiss. Break generational suffering. Truthful lies, say it loud, say it clear. Left the streets when you need you here. Quarters of vision, future focus, kings. Break generational suffering.
We don't profit off death. We don't clap for destruction. We here to build men.
Not Berry boys.
Not Berry boys.